What's up guys, this is your favorite fanfic YouTuber, the Fanfic Majesty, and welcome to another amazing video. You can follow me on Patreon for exclusive stories. 7K, Chapter 181, Reward of 10 billion berry. Advertisement. No, it's not your fault. Even I can't do better when this happens. Who would have thought that such a monster would appear in the world? However, you and Garp resigned from their posts at the same time, which was a major blow to Marine. Although I tried my best to retain him, Garp still resigned from his posts. However, I allowed him to retain his rank and stay in the army. This is also to cultivate young sailor. So, if you are going to resign as Marine Marshal, you have to at least do this, Sengoku. Now the world government is not only facing the threat of pirates, but the more serious threat is Uchiha Zan Yan. One person can withstand the attacks of 5 Marine Admiral level experts, and can smash the Marine headquarters Marineford with one punch. To be honest, if he hadn't seen the live broadcast, he really couldn't believe that someone could actually do this. With such powerful strength, coupled with O8's ability to appear and disappear, such a guy has become a knife hanging over the head of the world government, which may fall at any time and cause horrific disasters. The more we have to face such a powerful opponent, the more powerful a combat force like Sengoku is indispensable. Sengoku thought for a while and then said, "Okay, I accept it. Maybe this is not a bad life for the rest of my life. Marine can't always be a veteran. Now is the age of young people. Let's not talk about this. Commander Kong, I recommend Aokiji as the next one. A Marine Marshal." World Government. Meeting Room. Before this battle on the top, Uchiha Shisui of Uchiha Security Company did something appalling. Uchiha Shisui beat St. Charlos in the Sabayati archipelago and resisted arrest. In this battle on the top, although Uchiha Shisui did not do anything dangerous, he took action to resist the Whitebeard Pirates' first team captain, Phoenix Marco, and defeated the Sand Crocodile. He is also from the Uchiha clan, and there is no doubt that he also possesses terrifying power similar to that of Uchiha Zan Yan, as well as the power of Logia's Thunder Fruit, so you can imagine how dangerous he is. After research, we have given a new bounty of 3.678 billion berry. Advertisement. Branu pointed to Uchiha Shisui's bounty order, which stated a bounty of 3.678 billion berry. This amount is definitely super high. If it goes up to 4 billion berry, it is the bounty of 4 emperors. It shows that the world government attaches great importance to Uchiha Shisui. This is also because the Susanoo shown by Uchiha Zan Yan completely frightened the world government. They learned from Kizaru that Uchiha Itachi also showed similar power. In other words, that kind of power is unique to the Uchiha clan. The captain of the 2nd Division, Uchiha Itachi, can use that power. There is no reason why the captain of the 1st Division, Uchiha Shisui, can't use it. As long as they use that, they speculate that Uchiha Shisui's strength may even be higher than Admiral. With such strength, such a bounty is already very implicit. Then Branu placed his palm on Uchiha Zan Yan's reward order. Uchiha Zan Yan, the most vicious criminal in history, only made his debut for 3 months. He destroyed Eni's lobby, destroyed a large number of marine battleships, and destroyed the Sabayati archipelago. He fought against the World Noble Lords World Saint and Shalia Palace Saint. In the battle at the top, he conspired to destroy the Impel Down prison, killed a large number of Marine soldiers and generals, captured the Shock Fruit, destroyed the Marine headquarters Marineford, and gave Marine it has brought endless shame, and now it has obtained all of Whitebeard's inheritance. His crimes are countless. His crimes are unparalleled. In view of the extremely horrific crime he committed, the world government has issued an unprecedented bounty. President of Uchiha Security Company, Uchiha Zan Yan, the reward amount is 10 billion berry. Once Uchiha Zan Yan's reward order was issued, it immediately detonated the whole world again. 10 billion berry, this is an absolutely unprecedented bounty amount since the founding of the world government 800 years ago. This shows how angry the world government is at what Uchiha Zan Yan did this time. This makes many people very excited, but the heart is still in the heart, so let's forget about taking action. Hurry, I have been keeping an eye on this town for a long time. Now all the captains of the Whitebeard Pirates are gone, and Uchiha Security Company only received an empty shell of the Whitebeard Pirates. Who is it? Advertisement. We will rescue this town immediately after plundering it. By then, the money will be enough for us to spend a lifetime. Who wants to be a security guard? If I hadn't been desperate, I wouldn't have joined the Whitebeard Pirates. To kill such a guy is simply more difficult than climbing to the sky. Just when everyone had finished looting and was preparing to leave under the cover of night. In the end, I foolishly went to the naval headquarters to rescue people, causing Lousy to almost die there. In the end, the old guy left nothing for us and gave everything to an outsider. It's a shame that I called him daddy for so long. The inheritance was not left to us sons at all. We should take all this. You, Uchiha Zan Yan. Sure enough, pirates are pirates, no matter what rhetoric they use to cover it up, they can't change their bad nature. Moreover, many pirate groups from Whitebeard's large fleet secretly attack towns in Whitebeard's territory. Yes, that's right, Captain Clark. As long as you can kill Uchiha Zan Yan, you will almost become rich overnight and you will not have to worry about it in this life. Uchiha Zan Yan's performance in the top battle this time has spread all over the world, and he deserves the title of the strongest man in the world. Suddenly, a voice sounded. These days, he has been mobilizing members of the Uchiha clan and female warriors from Nine Snake Island to the New World. The sudden increase in territory in the New World requires people to protect it. Everyone looked up and saw a figure appearing in the town at some unknown time. Naturally, Uchiha Zan Yan also saw the bounty order. Seeing the bounty amount, Uchiha Zan Yan smiled lightly. He didn't care much about the bounty, but the bounty that exceeded the upper limit still made him feel good. Soon, everyone saw the figure of the person opposite clearly through the moonlight. Their faces suddenly turned pale, their bodies could not help but tremble, and their teeth kept chattering. Advertisement. Chapter 182. Pirates are pirates. Advertisement. President, I really didn't mean it. I'm just unwilling. We have done so much for Whitebeard and worked hard to rescue Ace for him. Most of my crew members were killed or injured, but he left nothing for me. I just want to take what I deserve. Uchiha Zan Yan nodded and said, well, I also think what you said is very reasonable. When the other party heard Uchiha Zan Yan's words, he immediately felt hope of survival. So I plan to send you to Whitebeard, so that you can better denounce his injustice. Not good. Everyone's expressions changed drastically when they heard this. Do it. Kill him. If we don't kill him, we will die today. The guy who just had snot and tears just now became fierce in his eyes. Open hollow corner bracket Amaterasu close hollow corner bracket. Uchiha Zan Yan directly activated Amaterasu, and black flames burned on these people's bodies out of thin air. It's so hot. Help. President. We were wrong. Save our lives. Everyone begged in pain, but Uchiha Zan Yan was indifferent. Pirates are pirates, greedy, lawless, and bold. These are the nature of pirates. At this time, a figure appeared, and everyone seemed to see a life-saving straw. Captain Marco, please plead with the president. We know we were wrong. The person coming was none other than Marco, the former captain of the Whitebeard Pirates. Advertisement. Facing the tragic situation of his former brother, Marco said expressionlessly, you deserve to die. He didn't expect that the brothers who had been together for so many years would directly start plundering his father's original territory after his father's death. Not only that, he heard everything these guys said. Dad obviously gave up everything he had in exchange for their chance to survive in order to let them survive. But these guys were ungrateful and said bad things about Dad. Dad had just died and his bones were still cold, but the words of these people made people even more chilling. These guys had no choice but to take them in at the risk of offending others, but what did they do? This is not the first group he has encountered. He has encountered several groups of former pirate group members in disguise these days. He suddenly understood what Uchiha Zan Yan said. These ungrateful guys would be a disaster if they were left alone. It would be better to kill them all. After a while, the wailing became smaller and smaller, and everyone was burned to ashes by Amaterasu. Marco, I'll leave the rest to you. Return all the looted property to its original owners. A gentleman loves his money in a proper way. Our Fungibo Security Company's responsibility is to protect the lives and property of the residents in the territory. Safe. Night. Single quote. Take what you should get, and don't take anything you shouldn't get. Do you understand? Clear. Marco now admires the young president in front of him from the bottom of his heart. He originally thought that Uchiha Zan Yan was just a man who was blind to money. In the battle on the top, Uchiha Zan Yan has such an image. After getting to know each other these days, he realized that the president is actually a very principled man. The security cost of the territory is only 1/10 of the income of the territory residents, which is an extremely low cost in the New World. It's even lower than when Dad was alive. After all, Dad has to support a large family. A large fleet of 50,000 people doesn't know how much it consumes just to eat. Therefore, the Whitebeard pirates seem to be majestic, but in fact they are still living a very good life. There were endless voices of poverty and dissatisfaction, but he stopped these voices before his father. Unlike Uchiha Security Company, which has such a small number of employees, Uchiha Zan Yan also provides them with very generous benefits. You can kill them directly from a distance, so you don't have to worry about them having different intentions. Advertisement. After all, most pirates are rebellious, but after being nearly crushed by a dozen young people from the Uchiha clan, they won. Tell those guys to train hard. The company will conduct an assessment every 6 months. If the strength is not up to standard, they will be relegated from the third line to the logistics. We at Uchiha Security Company want elites, do you understand? It's said to be a friendly match, but it's actually a show of force. So far, Uchiha Security Company has 5 captain-level figures. It's not because the 3 of them have admiral's strength, but because the 3 of them have the potential to reach the level of generals. Uchiha Zan Yan arranged for Phoenix, Marco to be the captain of the 3rd Division of Uchiha Security Company, Diamond, Josie to be the captain of the 4th Division, Zhao, S and Foil, Beasta to be the captain of the 5th Division. The most important thing is that from the moment these guys take their own blood, everyone's life and death are under Zan Yan's control. Marco finally met the mysterious Uchiha clan a few days ago, and held a friendly match at the request of Uchiha Zan Yan. Yes, President, even Phoenix, Marco spent a lot of effort to defeat his opponent. Diamond, Josie, although he won, was also disgraced. The ninja's tricks were too many for people to guard against. Uchiha Zan Yan also told them the reason. In Uchiha Security Company, only Marine Admiral level masters can serve as captains. The opponent they struggled to defeat was not even qualified to be a captain in Uchiha Security Company. After Whitebeard's father died, he no longer had any intention of dominating the New World. Being able to guard his father's former territory from being invaded was already a good life for him. These talents understand that the Uchiha family is more powerful than just Uchiha Zan Yan and Uchiha Shisui. The life and death of these people are under his control, and even if the other person has the idea of passing the breathing method to others, Uchiha Zan Yan will sense it. Rather, the entire clan is a powerful monster. Except for the captain of the first team, Phoenix, Marco, the captain of the third team, Diamond, Josie, and the captain of the fifth team, Foil, Beasta, all the others defeated. Therefore, in order to improve the strength of the three of them, Uchiha Zan Yan also passed on the breathing method to several captains. The one he passed on to Marco was the breath of fire, Josie's was the breath of rock, and Beasta was using double swords, so what was passed on to him was the breath of sound. Advertisement. Chapter 183 Eternal Mangekyo Sharingan. Advertisement. The three people who got the breathing method felt the magic of the breathing method. They couldn't imagine that anyone could create such a way to become stronger. They knew that if this thing spread, the whole world might change dramatically. The reason why world government is able to dominate this world is because the strong suppress the weak with absolute force. And when everyone's force is increased, the gap between the strong and the weak will be narrowed, and the weak will have a greater chance of killing the strong. It is not impossible that the entire world government will be overthrown by then. Okay, I'll leave all the things here to you. I'll go back first and report to me if there are any major issues. Yes, President. Since the end of the battle on the top, there hasn't been much peace in the past few days, with constant harassment from various pirates. Even though we already know that Uchiha Zan Yan is called the strongest man in the world, and has the title of Emperor of Heaven. After learning that the Whitebeard fleet was disbanded, there are always some people who like to take risks, just like those people just now. For example, the Earth he lived on in his previous life had 833 human traffickers, drug dealers, robbers, and murderers. All kinds of criminals are emerging one after another. Is it because the national army is not strong enough? No, it means high risk with high return. During his time in the New World, many people shot at him, hoping to obtain the 10 billion bounty offered by the world government and his huge reputation. In this world, even cruel punishments such as impel down cannot stop pirates' passion for crime. Uchiha Zan Yan also killed some people, sent some to mines for mining, and others to build cities. It will take some time for Zarin to fully digest and absorb such a huge inheritance. Call out. Uchiha Zan Yan returned to Nine Snake Island. New World had just taken over the island not long ago. Those pirates had no fixed place to live, so they might as well get used to staying on Nine Snake Island. Just when Uchiha Zan Yan arrived at Nine Snakes Island, a system prompt sounded in his mind. Advertisement. Ding. Main mission. The foundation of a foothold completed. Task content. Lead the Uchiha clan to establish AIDF, the world's strongest security company, and spread the reputation of the Uchiha clan to the entire world. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. Get reward. Eternal Mangekyo Sharingan. Close black lens bracket. Uchiha Zan Yan was stunned when he heard the system prompt, and then a sense of surprise filled his heart. My system has been like a mute recently. I have been accustomed to relying on myself over the years, and I have almost forgotten this thing. It turned out that I had completed this task without knowing it. It seems that there are conditions for completing the mission. First of all, he should have the title of the strongest recognized by the world. Another condition is that this title can be spread all over the world. During the battle at the top, Whitebeard transferred the title of the strongest man in the world to himself. Moreover, the reputation of the Uchiha clan has spread all over the world through live broadcasts and newspaper news, so this task has finally been completed. Open black lens bracket. Do you want to receive rewards? Close black lens bracket. Call out. Uchiha Zan Yan teleports to Rusgaina Island, an uninhabited island located northwest of Nine Snake Island and also located in the Calm Belt. The island has a beautiful environment, but the natural conditions are very harsh. There were countries that lived here in the past, but that was all in the past, and now it has become a ruin. On weekdays, only the Uchiha clan comes here to practice. Take over. Uchiha Zan Yan thought in his heart. Immediately afterwards, a powerful and special chakra poured into his eyes, and Uchiha Zan Yan felt that his eyes swelled. Swish. Uchiha Zan Yan opened Mangekyo Sharingan's eyes, and a ring appeared outside the corners of the five-pointed star, which looked like a magic circle. Uchiha Zan Yan opened Susanoo. Susanoo began to grow rapidly. 200 meters, 300 meters, 500 meters, 500 meters, 800 meters, 200 meters. Advertisement. 1000. When Susanoo finally stopped growing when it reached 1000 meters, Uchiha Zan Yan also felt the limit. Such a huge Susanoo, even Uchiha Zan Yan was shocked by herself. Standing at such a height, he felt that the entire island had become much smaller. Feeling Susanoo's terrifying power, he felt like he could blow up the entire island with one punch. Is this the Eternal Mangekyo Sharingan? So powerful, so powerful. Originally, he thought that Eternal Mangekyo Sharingan only had no side effects of blindness and reduced the impact on the body of the caster. Now it seems that it is not just that simple. Eternal Mangekyo Sharingan is actually a qualitative change in the power of the eyes. His pupil power has become more powerful, and the power of the pupil technique will become greater, so the Susanoo he performs can become so tall. Zan Yan casually punched the crater. Exclamation mark exclamation mark exclamation mark. The entire volcano exploded, and a large amount of magma erupted from the volcano and sprayed on Susanoo. The magma fell on Susanoo like drizzle, causing no harm to Susanoo at all. Ha 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 ha. Zan Yan laughed happily. There is nothing more satisfying than improving one's strength. Susanoo, who is 1,000 meters tall, no one in the history of the Uchiha clan can do it. Zan Yan lifts Susanoo, and the volcano continues to erupt with lava that looks like fireworks, celebrating his acquisition of the eternal Mangekyo Sharingan. Power and everything are foreign things, only your own strength is everything. He began to practice and become stronger soon after he was born. He never thought that he was a genius, he was just better at learning. He learned all the powerful ninjutsu from others and integrated them to make himself stronger, and that was how he became as powerful as he is today. Call out. Uchiha Zan Yan returned to Nine Snakes City. In a good mood, he had an in-depth exchange with the Empress in broad daylight, and killed the Empress until she lost her armor and fell into pieces. Although the Empress didn't know why Uchiha Zan Yan was in such a good mood, she was happy when he was happy and tried his best to cater to her. After a long time, she stopped and ended this war without gunpowder. Advertisement. Chapter 184 World Recruitment. Advertisement. What's going on in the world recently? Zan Yan stroked the Empress's smooth back. He was truly blessed to have this woman. The Empress's perfect figure and beauty gave him ample enjoyment. Jushi Island is so big that the Empress no longer needs to take care of anything, and now she has almost become Zan Yan's full-time secretary. Be a secretary when you have something to do, and be a secretary when you have nothing to do. The Empress' cute little face lay on Zan Yan's chest and said, there are really two big things. Marine hero Garp and Marine Marshal Sengoku both resigned. This is not surprising to Zan Yan. This incident has caused such a big fuss. Someone must stand up and take the blame. The two of them are older and they just happened to retire. By the way, there's also this. Empress Hancock took out a newspaper, and the entire page of the newspaper was bought by the world government. The title is also very eye-catching. World Recruitment. Seeing these four big characters, Zan Yan couldn't help but be a little surprised. He remembered that the world conscription seemed to have started a year after he became Marine Marshal. How come the world recruitment started so quickly now? Picking it up and looking at it carefully, he roughly understood that it was mainly because of his own reasons. This time I destroyed the naval headquarters, shaking the foundation of world government. Now pirates all over the world have become rampant, wreaking havoc on the countries that join world government. In addition, naval headquarters lost a lot of soldiers this time, so it needs to recruit troops to supplement. Not only that, the main reason is Uchiha Zan Yan's terrifying combat power, which makes the world government feel a crisis. In order to fight against Uchiha Zan Yan's Uchiha Security Company, the world government needs more powerful combat forces. Therefore, he promised to attract masters from all over the world to join Marine with huge sums of money and high-level military ranks. Worldwide recruitment. Zan Yan touched his chin as if thinking about something. What are you thinking about? When Empress Hancock saw the expression on Uchiha Zan Yan's face, she knew that Uchiha Zan Yan must be thinking of some bad idea again. Advertisement. What do you think about me going to join the world conscription? What did you say? Empress Hancock was shocked by Uchiha Zan Yan's words. Isn't it a joke that you are going to join the world conscription? You are now the criminal with the highest bounty in the 800 years since the founding of the world government. How can the world government dare to recruit you? Once you arrive there you will be beaten immediately. Of course, not in my identity, but in another identity. Change your identity. How about taking the identity of Uchiha Zan Yan's twin brother, Uchiha Zan Yu? As Zan Yan spoke, the color of his hair began to change, and soon turned into silver hair, and his temperament also became a little different. Even though their faces are the same, one look at them gives people the impression that they are two different people. The Empress said in surprise, how did you do this? This is my ability. I can freely change my appearance and smell. I can completely change anything visible to the naked eye. Actually, it can be simpler, like this. Bang! Uchiha Zan Yan suddenly transformed into the appearance of the Empress Hancock. The Empress was shocked when she saw it, because it was exactly the same as herself. This is the transformation technique, which is the most basic ninjutsu. Every ninja in our Uchiha clan can use it. Whether it becomes similar or not depends on the level of the practitioner. There is no place on your body that I can't. Those who don't understand will naturally become exactly the same. Uchiha Zan Yan's voice also became exactly the same as the Empress's, and the Empress couldn't believe it. Bang! Uchiha Zan Yan has returned to his original appearance. However, this thing also has its own shortcomings. It is maintained by chakra. As long as the balance is destroyed, such as being attacked, the transformation technique will be unlocked. That's so powerful. This move can completely enter other forces and steal information. Well, this ninjutsu was originally developed for this purpose. What do you want to do with world recruitment? Empress Hancock was a little curious about what Uchiha Zan Yan wanted to do. I want to be Admiral of Headquarters. Advertisement. The Empress was a little frightened by Uchiha Zan Yan's words. Admiral, the prisoner with the highest reward in the history of world government is going to be the Admiral of Headquarters. This joke must be too big. 0. But then the Empress felt a little excited. If Uchiha Zan Yan was really taken as Marine Admiral, those people would not know what their expressions would be like when they knew the truth. After first become Marine Admiral, I will be able to get information from Marine and world government. Then I plan to crawl at night to become Marine Marshal and control the entire Marine. What do you think? Arts. There was the sound of chains inside the cell. This is too much fun. If Uchiha Zan Yan becomes Marine Marshal and takes control of the entire Marine, wouldn't he be able to subvert the entire world? By then, the celestial dragons who rule the entire world may be completely overthrown. Yeah, I'm here, Crocodile, how do you feel here? In Crocodile's view, Uchiha Zan Yan only grabbed him to make him surrender, but who was he? How can he be willing to be inferior to others after he has regained his original intention? Under the provocation of the Empress, the battle started again. The guard responsible for guarding the dungeon saluted immediately when he saw Uchiha Zan Yan. Yes, ta ta ta, a person's footsteps sounded. Master Zan Yan. A person slowly raised his head, looked at Uchiha Zan Yan and said, "You are here. Okay, you go out. Surrender. You are overthinking. I am suspicious by nature. Whether it is active surrender or passive surrender, I don't believe it. I will take the initiative to get what I want." Uchiha Zan Yan stepped to the front of the cell. The Empress thought of the celestial dragons being overthrown, and her little face turned red with excitement. She wanted this man again, because this man was so charming. Don't waste your efforts, Laozi will never surrender to you. Blah blah blah. Uchiha Zan Yan walked into the cell door, grabbed Crocodile's chin, asked him to open his mouth, then cut his fingers and dripped blood into Crocodile's mouth drop by drop. Advertisement. Chapter 185 Evil Ghost Crocodile. Advertisement. Well, Crocodile wanted to struggle hard, but how could his strength compare with Uchiha Zan Yan? The blood flowed down his throat and he swallowed it. After about 10 drops of blood, Uchiha Zan Yan let go of his hand, and the wound on his finger healed instantly. Ahem. Damn you brat, what are you doing? A smile appeared on Uchiha Zan Yan's face. It's nothing, I'm just helping you. Help me. Crocodile didn't understand what Uchiha Zan Yan meant. Soon, Crocodile felt that his body was heating up and his skin seemed to be burning. Hot, so hot, so hot. Crocodile screamed and rolled on the ground. The severe pain, 300, made him hit the ground with his head uncontrollably. The shrill screams continued to sound in the dungeon, making people unable to help but feel fear. After a while, Crocodile calmed down, the wounds on his body began to heal quickly, and his pupils turned into vertical ones like those of a wild beast. Crocodile felt that his body was full of power at this time, and he didn't know how much stronger he was than before. This is. How do you feel? Very good, unprecedentedly good. Thank you, Mr. Zan Yan. Crocodile knelt on the ground to salute Uchiha Zan Yan. He could not remember his past. Song knew that the man in front of him was his master. Okay, come out by yourself. Yes. Crocodile cut off his arm with force with his other hand, and then the severed arm regenerated in an instant at a speed visible to the naked eye. Then Crocodile followed the same example and cut off his other arm. The arm recovered as before and was freed from the seastone handcuffs. Exclamation mark. Uchiha Zan Yan took Crocodile to an uninhabited island, and Uchiha Zan Yan gave Crocodile a phone bug. Advertisement. Go conquer the new world and strengthen your own power. Not to mention becoming the Pirate King, at least become the 4 emperors of the new world. Do you understand? I obey my orders. Call out. After Uchiha Zan Yan finished speaking, he returned to Nine Snake Island again. Unlike those in the Whitebeard Pirates, Crocodile is a real evil ghost, and he is also an evil ghost who can overcome the sun. Uchiha Zan Yan gave Crocodile the ability to regenerate the string, and it can also become stronger by eating people. It can be said that except for being able to overcome sunlight, Crocodile is no different from the evil spirits in the Demon Slayer world. Originally, Uchiha Zan Yan planned to kill Crocodile and transfer his abilities to the clan leader, Uchiha Fugaku, but now he has given up on this idea. Even if Uchiha Fugaku takes this devil fruit, his ability to become stronger is limited. Rather than that, he might as well transform Crocodile directly into an evil spirit under his control. Crocodile was a man who was good at planning, ambitious, powerful, and skillful. It would be a pity to kill him just like that. Moreover, there are many things that the Uchiha security company is not suitable for, but can be done using his identity as a pirate. He plans to become a Marine Admiral now, and then he will have the 4 emperors as his subordinates. By then, his power will have penetrated the Marine, 4 emperors, and Shichibukai, and the power of the Uchiha clan will be unprecedentedly powerful. At that time, the world government was nothing, and the world's noble celestial dragons were nothing. The Uchiha clan, was the most noble clan in the world. Uninhabited island. Crocodile began to make a raft. Using the ability of sand fruit, a raft was easily pieced together, and the craftsmanship was very good. Crocodile began to take the raft out to sea. After riding on the sea for several days, a pirate ship appeared in front of Crocodile. Ha ha ha, guys, look what I found. Someone actually went out to sea on a raft. The era of great pirates has come, and all cats and dogs dare to go to sea. Ha 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 ha. Huh, really? This guy is so brave. If you go out to sea on a raft, aren't you afraid of being overturned by big waves and being eaten by the sea kings? This guy hasn't moved for a long time, so he's dead, right? You'll know if you try it. 0. Boom. A man shot Crocodile, and the bullet hit Crocodile's head and passed through his head. Advertisement. What's going on? Did you miss? Didn't you hit at such a close distance? What a loser. Look at me. Boom. Another pirate raised his gun and shot Crocodile. The bullet passed through Crocodile's head. This also made Crocodile wake up from his deep sleep. He raised his head and looked at a few people. The moment he saw a few people, the bloodthirsty desire in Crocodile's heart awakened. He looked at these people as if he were looking at delicious food. Crocodile's body turned into sand and landed on the pirate ship. Several people were immediately startled. Seeing this sand ability and Crocodile's face, wait a minute. He is the original 7 warlords of the sea, Sand Crocodile, Crocodile. What? Shichibukai, Crocodile. Wasn't he captured by Uchiha Shisui? Why is he here? You look delicious. Crocodile showed a bloodthirsty smile on his face, then quickly raised his hand, and a large amount of sand formed a huge mouth, swallowing a person directly. The man let out a scream of pain, but in the blink of an eye there was no sound. Everyone else was stunned. Weird. Monster. After a while, everyone reacted and wanted to run away in fear. How could Crocodile let go of these prey that came to his mouth and started killing mode? In the blink of an eye, Crocodile killed everyone on the pirate ship, and then used the huge mouth formed by sand to swallow all the bodies of these people. Feeling the increased power in his body, Crocodile was very excited. Is this the power of evil spirits? It is so powerful. As long as he keeps devouring strong people, he can become more powerful. Guhahahaha. 4 Emperors One Piece New World, here I come. Guhahahaha. Advertisement. Chapter 186 Uchiha Shueni. Advertisement. West Blue. Kingdom of Illusia. World Military Recruitment Registration Office. Name. Uchiha Shueni. Uchiha. What? Uchiha. The Marine soldier in charge of registration was shocked when he heard this last name and looked up in horror. Who is Uchiha? The most famous surname in the world is also the most terrifying. Uchiha represents destruction. The man single-handedly destroyed the entire Marine headquarters Marineford, making the whole world tremble. The Marine soldier in charge of registration was even more frightened when he saw Uchiha Zan Yan's appearance. Apart from his hair color, clothing and temperament, this person was almost exactly the same as Uchiha Zan Yan. On the reward order, Uchiha Zan Yan is wearing dark blue Uchiha clan clothing. This man is wearing white clothes with the Uchiha clan emblem printed on them. 08. You are Uchiha Zan Yan. The words of the Marine soldier in charge of the rank are tantamount to detonating a landmine at the recruitment site. Who is Uchiha Zan Yan? In this world now, you cannot know the 7 warlords of the sea and the 4 emperors. It is really okay. You don't know Marine Admiral, but you can't help but know Uchiha Zan Yan. It's him. It's really him. I've seen him on a live broadcast. Except for the different color of his clothes and hair, everything else is almost the same. Everyone was frightened, and Marine, who was in charge of registration, was even shivering. Uchiha Zan Yan smiled and said, "You have recognized the wrong person. My name is Uchiha Zan Yi, and Uchiha Zan Yan is my twin brother." Uchiha Zan Yi, not Uchiha Zan Yan, twin brother. Advertisement. That's also a member of the Uchiha clan. Now the Uchiha clan can be said to be infinitely famous, and it can also be said to be synonymous with terror. The powerful strength shown by Uchiha Zan Yan and Uchiha Shisui has made the world know the Uchiha clan. Uchiha, Mr. Shueni, what are you doing here? The Marine soldier in charge of registration asked Uchiha Zan Yan anxiously. What are you doing? Isn't this the registration place for world recruitment? Of course I came here to become a Marine. When Marine, everyone was a little confused when they heard this. What the hell is this? You, the Uchiha clan, the most vicious criminals in history since the founding of the world government, Uchiha Zan Yan's twin brother Uchiha Zan Yi is going to become a Marine. This, Mr. Uchiha, please wait a moment. I can't make the decision on this matter. I'll report it to the superior. Uchiha Zan Yan nodded. Well, you go ahead. When the Marine soldier in charge heard this, he immediately ran away. New World. Marine G1 Branch. Marine Headquarters Marineford was abandoned by Uchiha Zan Yan, so Marine moved the Marine Headquarters to the G1 branch of New World and regarded it as the new Marine Headquarters. Marine Marshal's Office. Marine Marshal Sengoku submitted his resignation, and the superiors agreed. However, the new Marine Marshal has not yet been selected, so he will continue to serve as acting Marshal for the time being. After the new Marine Marshal was confirmed, he completely stepped down as Marine Marshal. I am Sengoku. Report. Marshal Sengoku. In the Kingdom of West Blue Illusia, at the World Conscription Registration Point, there is a person who claims to be Uchiha Zan Yan's twin brother. Uchiha Zan Yi wants to sign up for the World Conscription. What did you say? Sengoku's expression suddenly changed when he heard Uchiha Zan Yan's name. Advertisement. Uchiha Zan Yan has become a knot in his heart. The last name he wants to hear now is Uchiha Zan Yan. Report. Marshal Sengoku. In the Kingdom of West Blue Illusia, at the World Conscription Registration Point, there is a person who claims to be Uchiha Zan Yan's twin brother, Uchiha Zan Yi. He wants to sign up for the World Conscription, but I don't know if it is allowed. This time Sengoku heard it clearly and frowned. Uchiha Zan Yan's twin brother, Uchiha Zan Yi. In the end, as he wished, he got the biggest gain. The New World Whitebeard Pirates territory, took over the Whitebeard Pirates, and got the shock fruit, gaining unparalleled fame. Hair color and clothes are different. It means nothing at all. Anyone can pretend to be like this. Yes, that's what he said. All the assumptions he just made were based on the fact that the other party was Uchiha Zan Yan pretending to be Uchiha Zan Yan, but what if he was really the twin brother of Ikea Zan Yan? Sengoku thought carefully and said, I agree. Nowadays, the Uchiha clan is extremely mysterious. No one knows the depth of the Uchiha clan. Who knows whether Uchiha Zan Yan has a twin brother? But if Uchiha Zan Yan is really disguised, what is he trying to do by pretending to be like this? Why does he join Marine? Or does he want to plant an undercover agent in Marine? But he is retiring soon, so the troublesome matters will be left to the next marshal to handle. That guy might have accepted the employment of world government just to seize shock fruit. Yes, otherwise, if the other party has such strength, why didn't they use it earlier? After the battle at the top, he regrouped and suspected that Blackbeard's capture of the Whitebeard Devil fruit was also part of his calculations. I can't be sure about this. The only difference between him and Uchiha Zan Yan is the color of his clothes. He wears white, and his hair is a different color, silver. His temperament seems to be exactly the same as that of Uchiha Zan Yan. Different. Are you sure it's not Uchiha Zan Yan in disguise? After all, even if Uchiha Zan Yi is really Uchiha Zan Yan pretending to be Uchiha Zan Yan, they can't stop him at all. In addition to his elusive ability, he can also fly and go wherever he wants. This is his biggest headache. Even if there is, why the twin brothers want to join Marine, these doubts seem to be known only when Uchiha Genya arrives at naval headquarters. War. Marshal Sengoku, what should we do? That young man cannot be treated with common sense at all. He is young and extremely scheming. Advertisement. Chapter 187 The Limit of Blood Succession. Advertisement. Marine G1 Branch. A branch originally affiliated with the naval headquarters, located on the other side of the original Marine headquarters, Marineford Red Line, and together with the Marine headquarters, guard the World Government headquarters, the residence of the Celestial Dragons, and the Holy Land of Marineford. Today, the port of Marineford, the Holy Land, is extremely lively. Marine warships from all over the world are docked at the port in an endless stream. The ship was carrying people from all over the world who had signed up for the world draft. In this dangerous world, in addition to pirates, there are many masters. Some may be unknown, while others are great swordsmen who have been famous for many years. If they are to become Marine soldiers, these people are not willing to become Marine officers, but it is different. This feeling is like asking someone to serve as a soldier. Even if the salary is high, not many people are willing to go, but if you want someone to become an official directly, there will definitely be people who sign up. Although it is dangerous to become a Marine officer, there is no place in the world that is not dangerous. Becoming a Marine is actually safer. This is equivalent to taking the civil service exam, and the exam is still a senior civil servant, the kind of official. Naturally, countless people want to enter it. Uchiha Zan Yan stepped off the boat, and there were already several people waiting there on the shore. That's Marine Admiral Sengoku, and Marine Admiral Aokiji and Marine Admiral Kizaru. Does Naval Headquarters take this seriously? Even the Marshal came to greet us in person. But soon, they discovered that they were just being sentimental. Sengoku didn't even look at them before he came to Uchiha Zan Yan. Are you Uchiha Zan Yan's twin brother, Uchiha Zan Yi? Sengoku looked at Uchiha Zan Yi carefully, and he found that the other person was really very similar to Uchiha Zan Yan. If the clothes and hair color were changed, he would be almost exactly the same as Uchiha Zan Yan, but the temperament of the person in front of him was the same as Uchiha Zan Yan. Zan Yan is very different. If you didn't look at the other person's appearance carefully, you wouldn't think that this person has anything to do with Uchiha Zan Yan. What? Pipe exclamation mark quote. Uchiha Zan Yan's twin brother. Advertisement. Does Uchiha Zan Yan have a younger brother? Real or fake? He can't be the real Uchiha Zan Yan, right? Sengoku's words shocked everyone at the port. Uchiha Zan Yan, now the most popular person in the world, has the title of the strongest man in the world, and Wei Emperor. The man who wiped Marine's headquarters, Marineford, off the world map a month ago. Everyone couldn't help but look over and take a closer look at Uchiha Zan Yan. If you take a closer look, don't you think that with the change of hair color and clothes, she looks exactly the same as Uchiha Zan Yan? Yes, I am Uchiha Shueni. You should know what your brother did, right? I know. Then you still dare to come here. Do you think our naval headquarters is empty? Sengoku scolded Uchiha Zan Yan. Aren't you the world recruitment? I came here after seeing the world recruitment. As for what my brother Uchiha Zan Yan does, what does it have to do with me, Uchiha Zan Yi? Everyone was confused when they heard this. What do you mean? Your brother has done such a big thing. As a twin brother, you actually feel that you have nothing to do with it. What kind of logic is this? Sengoku frowned. You and your brother Uchiha Zan Yan are at odds. Uchiha Zan Yan smiled and said, it's not really a disagreement, he is very good to me. We have been dependent on each other since we were young. My brother taught me ninjutsu, swordsmanship, taijutsu, and hockey. Everything I know was taught to me by my brother. If that's the case, then why do you want to join Marine? Do you want to be an undercover agent in Marine? This is called Sharingan. It is the unique bloodline limit of our Uchiha clan. Well, you can just treat it as a special bloodline. Advertisement. Insight is also very simple. It is extraordinary insight. We can see through Sharingan those speeds that you cannot reach with the naked eye, so we can avoid many of your attacks and even counterattack. Sengoku and the others didn't say anything. Of course they had seen it before. These were already the signature eyes of the Uchiha clan. However, apart from seeing them, they knew nothing about these eyes. Aokiji's eyes scrutinize this Uchiha Zan Yan. Observation haki is turned on, and he can sense whenever Uchiha Zan Yan lies. Mangekyo Sharingan is the real power of Sharingan. When Mangekyo Sharingan is turned on, each eye can have a special pupil technique. The black flame you see, its name is Amaterasu, is a type of Mangekyo Sharingan pupil technique. Said, and Zebo Zan Yan launched hypnosis. Many people around him were knocked to the ground by hypnosis. Of course, these are just the most basic abilities of Sharingan. Our Sharingan can also evolve into Mangekyo Sharingan, which is the eyes with special patterns you see. Uchiha Zan Yan opened Sharingan and said, "You have all seen this before. Brother, he is really good to me, but it can only be said to be a fate. Copy. This is also very simple. Whether it is physical skills or swordsmanship, we can copy it exactly as long as we look at it, and we can copy it instantly. Sharingan has the abilities of insight, copy, and hypnosis. Bang bang bang. Backquote. This is the ability of hypnosis. Not only can it make people faint with hypnosis in an instant, but it can also make the other person fall into hallucinations. Everyone's expressions changed when they heard this. These eyes could actually have such a powerful ability. They originally thought that these eyes were just a little special. But those are not the most important. The ultimate power of Mangekyo Sharingan is called Susanoo, which is the giant warrior god you see. And Maid Zhao checked based on the information he knew. The copy item is correct. At Eni's lobby, Uchiha Zan Yan used copying to play against Rob Lucci, the strongest CP9 player, and defeated Rob. All the Marines' 6 styles used by Lucci were copied. Sengoku thought. So that's it. Although I don't know whether this guy is real or fake, he has indeed obtained important information. Advertisement. Chapter 188 Visitors from Another World. Advertisement. What? Everyone was shocked when they heard Uchiha Zan Yan's words. Sengoku's eyes also burst out with golden light. It turned out that this was how the giant god of war came from. Aokiji and Kizaru were also extremely impressed by the giant warrior god. The first time Kizaru saw him, he was almost caught. Aokiji cannot be completely frozen even if he activates freeze. The most important thing is that the defense and attack power of that thing are really terrifying. The defense power can even withstand 5 Admiral level attacks, and the attack power can destroy the entire Marine headquarters Marineford with one blow, completely erasing Marineford from the world. Susanoo is the ultimate power that resides in the Mangekyo Sharingan. It is called the God's Power. It materializes huge energy and forms a burly god of war to fight, and is the ultimate ninjutsu that integrates offense and defense. There are 6 stages in total. The initial stage is to summon ribs to protect yourself. The first stage is to form a huge skeleton. The second stage is to grow blood and flesh. You can also use some weapons. The third stage is to increase the lower body. The fourth stage is to increase the lower body. Stage 317 is when armor appears on the outside of the body, and the last stage, which is what you finally see, is Susanoo's true form. Not only does she possess invincible power, she can also soar into the sky. Everyone was shocked when they heard Uchiha Zan Yan's words. They didn't expect that the giant martial god came like this, and there were so many stages that completely confirmed the posture that Uchiha Schwanten showed in the battle on the top. This is a monster. This is so unfair. The Uchiha clan actually has such power, how can other people survive? Power of God. Well deserved. Sengoku couldn't help but sigh and said that it is not an exaggeration to call such a powerful power the power of God. It is a power that only gods can use. Advertisement. Strong power naturally comes with strong risks. Every time you use this kind of pupil technique, it will increase the burden on your eyes. If Mangekyo Sharingan is used too many times, your eyes will have the side effect of blindness. As long as you are blind, then naturally you will unable to use the power of Susanoo. Sengoku and others' eyes lit up, and they could not imagine that there was such a way to solve it. The biggest headache for them now was Uchiha Zan Yan's Susanoo, whose powerful defense prevented them from hurting Uchiha Zan Yan. There is a way to avoid blindness, and that is to evolve Mangekyo Sharingan again into Eternal Mangekyo Sharingan. Eternal Mangekyo Sharingan, when using the pupil technique, in addition to placing less burden on your own eyes, you can also avoid the side effects of blindness. The way to evolve into Eternal Mangekyo Sharingan is also very simple, that is, transplant someone else's Mangekyo Sharingan. Also, the closer the blood relationship is, the higher the success rate of transplantation. As long as my Mangekyo Sharingan is transplanted, my brother's Mangekyo Sharingan will evolve into Eternal Mangekyo Sharingan. As that's so, everyone couldn't help but be a little surprised. They didn't expect such a cruel way of evolution. After I learned the news, my brother's usual kindness to me turned into just acting in front of me for my eyes. Since then, I have worked hard to improve my strength and hide the fact that I have activated Mangekyo Sharingan. Not long ago, I finally found a chance to escape from the family. After seeing the world recruitment call issued by your naval headquarters, I came with you, Aya, because I know that you can't escape. My brother, whether it is talent or wisdom, is unmatched. I even suspect that my escape was part of my brother's plan. He wanted to let me leave, let me show the power of Mangekyo Sharingan, fight against it, and then take away my eyes openly. But I have no choice. Naval headquarters is weak, but it is also the strongest force in the world. Quote. Many reporters who came to report on the world conscription became excited and quickly contacted the presidents of their newspapers using telephone bugs. That's not true. Coming to this world is an accident. The purpose at first was just to avoid a war with the village. Now it seems that I just want to spread out and live a good life in this world. Advertisement. Everyone was shocked when they heard Uchiha Zan Yan's words. The Uchiha family are not from this world. In other words, the Uchiha family are visitors from Otherworld. Otherworld, which only exists in novels, actually exists. What? Live a good life. Live a good life and confront the world government. Not only destroyed the Enies lobby, but also destroyed the Impel Down prison, and finally destroyed the naval headquarters Marineford. This is how you Uchiha clan live a good life. Sengoku suddenly noticed a special wording in Uchiha Zan Yan's words. This is big news. Super big news. Otherworld. Not only the news, but also the other party's strength and moves were not recorded at all. It turned out that the other party was not from this world at all. Our world should be called the ninja world. The fire breathing and water spitting we use are all ninjutsu, including the flying and teleportation you saw my brother use. These are all ninjutsu. As long as if your talent is high enough, you can submit to anyone. How did you come to this world, and what is the purpose of coming to this world? Are you going to conquer this world? Wait, you just said, this world. What do you mean? What kind of world is your world? Sengoku suddenly understood. He understood everything. No wonder he searched through 800 years of world government information and couldn't find any news about the Uchiha clan. Uchiha Zan Yan laughed and said, what? Haven't you discovered it yet? We, the Uchiha clan, are not from this world. Everyone has an expression on their faces that says I believe you. Advertisement. Chapter 189 Zan Yan's Justice. Advertisement. Now, is there anything else you don't understand? Everyone was a little confused at this time. At this time, a blind man came over and asked, Uchiha Shueni, I want to ask, do you think the actions of your Uchiha clan are righteous? This man is about 50 years old, tall, with short black hair, a beard around his mouth, his eyes closed, and an X-shaped scar on the left side of his forehead that extends to both eyes. He is wearing purple. The clothes look very simple, with wooden clogs on his feet and a cane and knife in his hand. With this look, Uchiha Zan Yan can recognize who the other person is at a glance. The future Admiral of Headquarters, Fujitora Yishao, compared to other admirals of Naval Headquarters, Fujitora Yishao has the gentlest personality. Maybe it's because he has been an ordinary person almost all his life, and he is not as indifferent as other admirals. He has an extremely strong sense of justice, values the comfort of the people, and hates unjust acts. Zan Yan explained. First of all, justice is not a noun, but a verb. He is the hero and I am the enemy. In the ninja world, we also have express rules not to attack ordinary people, but once we go to the battlefield, it's a different story. On the battlefield, hesitation will lead to defeat. Maybe you think a 4 or 5-year-old child is a cute child, but in the ninja world, my brother had killed countless enemies when he was 4 or 5 years old, including some strong ones. Completing missions is our ninja's way of survival and destiny. We will execute anything related to the commission we accept without hesitation, no matter who the other party is. Uchiha Zan Yan saw what these people were thinking and explained. Then you think it is just for you to accept the pirate's commission. Please, I can't accept every commission. Advertisement. The blind man shouted loudly, but Uchiha Zan Yan accepted Whitebeard's commission. This is correct after all. Yes, Uchiha Zan Yan accepted Whitebeard's commission. He took away those ferocious pirates. There's no need to wash this away. That's right, that's right. Uchiha Zan Yan spread his hands and said, you have to ask my brother about this, but to be honest, I think there is nothing wrong with what he did. There are such big interests there, and he has the ability to complete them. Wouldn't he be a fool not to take it? The Uchiha clan doesn't have a real foothold in this world right now. In other words, do you admit that your Uchiha clan is an organization that only cares about profit and does not care about justice? Future Fujitora smiled and continued to ask. Uchiha Zan Yan grinned and said, what do you think we ninjas are? We were originally a killer organization. We assassinated political figures, protected employers, helped people pull weeds, and helped people find cats. We took on all these jobs. Question mark, question mark, question mark. Everyone was confused. The first two sounded like they fit the image of a killer organization, but the last two were helping people pull weeds and looking for cats. The main responsibilities of our ninja village are similar to the naval headquarters. They belong to a country's military special forces. This country is responsible for military expenditures. The rest is to accept relevant tasks from various countries and some high-ranking officials and nobles, complete the commissions, and obtain the corresponding rewards, remuneration. Therefore, it is inevitable that there will be wars with our colleagues. So in my opinion, the struggle between Marines and pirates is not much different from our colleagues fighting for food. Of course, except for some extremely evil pirates who massacre civilians, we will also come directly to kill them. I don't know what justice you are talking about. But to me, justice is very simple, and it means having a clear conscience. Then how do you evaluate the fact that your brother Uchiha Zan Yan destroyed the naval headquarters, causing people all over the world to be attacked by pirates, and their lives and property were threatened? It's because you are visitors from another world. You don't care about this at all. The lives of people in the world. Fujitora smiled and seemed to still not intend to let Uchiha Zan Yan go. He insisted on arguing with Uchiha Zan Yan about right and wrong. Zan Yan was a little annoyed. This old guy has a good personality. Advertisement. 0. Please give me flowers. Oh. I don't deny that my brother's actions have indeed affected unrelated people, but don't put all the blame on others, and look for the reasons within yourself. If there are no pirates in the world, then wouldn't there be such chaos? And isn't it Marine's responsibility and obligation to protect the people? Also, although I am a visitor from another world, I am still a human being. I have never regarded the people of this world as human beings. Our Uchiha clan is a clan of love. Compared with most people in this world, be kinder. Even on Kuji Island, the Uchiha clan and the female warriors of Kuji Island get along very harmoniously, and they have even intermarried. 0. In my opinion, any race or life form that is intelligent and able to communicate is no different from human beings, so don't think too badly of others. Although my brother wants to take away my eyes, I still respect him very much. It was he who led our Uchiha clan out of trouble. And even if he takes away my eyes, he will return the other eyes to me. He will not make me blind. Oh, so you admire your brother very much? Uchiha Zan Yan smiled and said, of course. There is no one in the Uchiha clan who does not admire my brother. He is the hero of our Uchiha clan. Huh, he is indeed his hero and my enemy. Fujitora said this with a smile and stopped talking. It seemed that he didn't mean to say anything. Zan Yan didn't want to talk to him anymore. He had different values and had nothing to say. Sengoku and others also learned the true face of the mysterious Uchiha family during the conversation between Uchiha Zan Yan and Fujitora Yishao. The good news is that this clan is not bad. Uchiha Zan Yan helped the mayor of the Seven Waters City. The bad news is that this family is very bad for marine, and their job is undoubtedly to compete with naval headquarters for food. Although it is not certain yet, Sengoku already believes that the person in front of him is Uchiha Zan Yan's younger brother. Advertisement. Chapter 190 The First Assessment. Advertisement. Otherwise, he would not have revealed so many important secrets of the Uchiha clan. Whether you are Uchiha Zan Yan or Uchiha Zan Yi, since you want to participate in the world conscription, you must follow the rules of the world conscription. Of course, that's what I planned originally. Okay, don't gather here, prepare for the assessment. Sengoku gave the order and everyone went to the assessment location to prepare for the assessment. At this time, news agencies around the world began to act frantically. The secret of the mysterious Uchiha clan is revealed. Shocked, the Uchiha clan is actually a visitor from another world. Uchiha Zan Yan actually has a twin brother Uchiha Zan Yi. The source of the power of the giant god of war is actually the eyes of the Uchiha, 610, clan. Revealing the secret of the Uchiha clan's Sharingan. The other world is actually the ninja world. The Uchiha clan is actually a clan of love. Explosive news headlines have once again ignited the world's curiosity about the Uchiha clan. At this time, Uchiha Zan Yan had already begun preparing to take the assessment. The first level assessment tests speed and endurance. From here, you run a lap around the naval headquarters, a distance of about 100,000 meters. The first 100 people who arrive will be deemed to have passed the first level. What? 100 people? There are thousands of people here. Just take 100 people, which is not even 1/10. Sengoku explained. You are all heroic elites selected from various places, but this time we are recruiting the elites of the elites. Don't worry about failure. Even if you fail, the military rank we Marine will give you is at least ensign. And if you succeed, after passing the first level, the military rank given by our naval headquarters is at least Marine Major. Major Marine. Many people couldn't help but feel jealous when they heard about this position. Major Marine was already a very good military rank, and it was also a hand-in-hand level when placed in the position. Advertisement. There is also Lizzie, and there is also Face. This time all dissatisfaction disappeared, and everyone was eager to try. Get ready, start. Following Sengoku's order, almost everyone rushed out together, except Uchiha Zan Yan who stood still. Aren't you going to run? Seeing that Uchiha Zan Yan did not move, Sengoku couldn't help but ask. Uchiha Zan Yan smiled lightly and said, don't worry, let them run for a while, otherwise it will be too unfair. HMPH. Arrogant. Sengoku was a little dissatisfied. This guy was indeed from the Uchiha clan, and his arrogance was revealed in his bones. When Uchiha Zan Yan dealt with them, Admiral of Headquarters, he increased his strength little by little, but did not use all his strength at once, making them look like Oda was putting on a show. I'm just letting them go. Since Marshal Sengoku said so, I have no choice but to leave. Call out. Uchiha Zan Yan rushed forward quickly. Kizaru said, it's so fast. The guys from the Uchiha clan are all very fast. Sengoku narrowed his eyes and asked, Aokiji, Kizaru, you two have seen that guy the most times. Do you think this guy is Uchiha Zan Yan in disguise? I can't tell. I'm not familiar with that guy. Kizaru shrugged and said, regardless of the other party, he didn't want to fight with that little monster now. Although he was not injured at naval headquarters this time, there was nothing he could do against Uchiha Zan Yan. Even if this guy is Uchiha Zan Yan pretending to be Uchiha Zan Yan, what can he do? Fight. Vice Admiral Garp is not here, and Akainu has also gone to suppress the pirates. Now there are only 3 of them left in naval headquarters. 5 people can't defeat it, but 3 people can defeat it. Sometimes it's hard to be confused as a human being. I am just a wage earner, and I don't want to work hard for this. Marine Admiral has already reached the end of my life, so it is better to just paddle in the water honestly. Advertisement. Aokiji frowned and thought, I can't tell. Most of what he said should be true, but we can't believe it all. Fortunately, we have obtained the information about the Uchiha clan, which is the most important to us Marine. Reward. As for whether he is Uchiha Zan Yan, we can only tell later. Sengoku nodded in agreement and said, I think so too. I have been paying attention to the intelligence of Uchiha Zan Yan these days. According to the intelligence, Uchiha Zan Yan has been busy suppressing bandits these days. He took over Whitebeard's territory. All of Whitebeard's large fleet withdrew, and the number of Whitebeard pirates left did not exceed 300. Those men from Whitebeard's fleet have looted and raided his territory, so he's busy clearing them out. These days, Uchiha is on the marine warship. One is in West Blue and the other is in New World. The distance is too far. But we don't rule out that it is Uchiha Zan Yan's clone, but I don't think the probability is high. At this time, Aokiji said, actually, even if he is really Uchiha Zan Yan, it may not be a bad thing. Oh, what do you say? First, for us, Uchiha Zan Yan's biggest threat is his elusive ability. If Uchiha Zan Yi is Uchiha Zan Yan, we can know his whereabouts at any time. Second, if Uchiha Zan Yi is Uchiha Zan Yan's nail in our marine, just avoid important matters from him, or pass on some wrong information. Third, what he said is true. He wants to fight against his brother Uchiha Zan Yan. In this case, it will be of great benefit to us to have someone who understands the full power of Uchiha Zan Yan. Quote. Sengoku felt very satisfied when he heard this. He was indeed the next admiral of headquarters he had appointed, and he was definitely the best in terms of wisdom. At this time, the world recruitment assessment is underway. Go away. Boom. A man shot someone close to him in the leg. Ooh. The man immediately screamed and fell to the ground. You guys all get out of my way. The first place this time. Lousy Trump is determined. Advertisement. Chapter 191. Who is next? Advertisement. Poof. Almost as soon as the man finished speaking, the blade of a knife suddenly stabbed out of his chest. Trump, who had been arrogant just now, fell to the ground and screamed. Trash, don't get in Lousy's way. After everyone ran past, the doctor stepped forward slowly. Naval headquarters seemed to have expected that such a situation would occur. Running is actually very simple. Even a distance of 100,000 meters is not that far. Those present are elites recruited from all over the world. It is no problem to run 100,000 meters in one breath. But this simple test contained the greatest danger. Sengoku said that the first 100 people to arrive would be promoted to the rank of Marine Major at the lowest. But it didn't say what the process was like or whether they were allowed to fight each other. Since it is not said, it is allowed. You can imagine how cruel a run that allows them to fight each other would be. Zan Yan advanced slowly from behind and saw many examiners who were injured and fell to the ground and were carried away by medical soldiers. Thousands of people run and fight each other once, and almost half of them are eliminated. After fighting each other for the second time, there were only more than 1,000 people left. After a while, Uchiha Zan Yan saw the large army. The remaining people also learned to be smart at this time and kept a certain distance from each other to prevent being attacked by others. Uchiha Zan Yan appeared in the rear, which immediately attracted the attention of many people. After all, the other party was Uchiha. Whether it is Uchiha Zan Yan pretending to be Uchiha Zan Yan, or he is really Uchiha Zan Yan's younger brother, Uchiha Zan Yi, he is from the Uchiha clan. If they can be killed, they will become famous. If a person lives his whole life and does not seek fame and gain, he really wants peace, so why would he come to the world to recruit soldiers? Take action. Boom. A man raised a gun and shot at Uchiha Zan Yan. Uchiha Zan Yan dodged the bullets in a flash, then accelerated instantly and appeared next to his attacker. Poof. Advertisement. The man's arm was cut off instantly and he was bleeding profusely. Go to hell. The knife in the hand of another person nearby stabbed Zan Yan. Poof. The man's arm was also severed. Hua. Immediately afterwards, more people attacked Uchiha Zan Yan, and Uchiha Zan Yan cut off all the arms of those who dared to hand over their claws. After a while, no one dared to take action against Uchiha Zan Yan anymore, they were all shocked by Uchiha Zan Yan. As expected of a guy from that family, his strength is monster level. Seeing that no one was passing their paws around, Uchiha Zan Yan ran past everyone leisurely. By the time Uchiha Zan Yan arrived, 2 people had already arrived at the end. One was Fujitora, the future admiral of headquarters who had asked Uchiha Zan Yan at the port. The other one is a man with green curly hair, wearing sunglasses, and a tattoo of the words, Death Heart, on his chest. Zan Yan also recognized the other party, Huang Mu, the future admiral of headquarters Green Bull. The Green Bull saw Uchiha Zan Yan and did not speak or pay attention. If the other party was Uchiha Zan Yan, he was not his opponent. If the other party was not Uchiha Zan Yan, then he would kill him if he faced him later. Taking action now would only add unnecessary trouble. Significance. Zan Yan didn't pay attention to the Green Bull when he saw it. This guy is a quality-licking dog in the anime. He is also a licker of world government and celestial dragons, and an extreme racist. After Uchiha Zan Yan left, the fighting became more intense, and almost no one reached the finish line intact. After a while, the top 100 places were determined. Sengoku came over and said, "Congratulations to everyone, you have passed the first round of screening. You will join Marine, with the lowest rank of Marine Major. As long as you pass the second round, all you can get is at least the rank of Commodore. Although many of the 100 people were a little exhausted, they all became energetic when they heard that they could at least obtain the rank of Commodore. The rank of Commodore is already the number one in the local branch, and even in the naval headquarters, he is a senior general. No Commodore in naval headquarters can be promoted so quickly. Almost all of them have been catching pirates for many years and accumulating military merit before being promoted to Commodore. It can take several years at the earliest. That is, you can become a Marine Commodore through world recruitment. Tell me quickly, what is the second round of assessment? Advertisement. Yeah, I can't wait. Let's get started. Sengoku stopped pretending and said, "Come out." Soon, 5 tall figures walked out of an arch. Seeing the figures of these people, almost everyone's expressions changed drastically. Big bear. So many big bears. No, this is the humanoid weapon of the world government, pacifist. The medical soldiers immediately put him on a stretcher and carried him away. There were several medical soldiers behind him who were ready to carry him. Clang, bang, Sengoku said in disgust. Take him away. During the battle on the top, the pacifists have been completely exposed. Everyone knows that the world government has created a large number of pacifists based on the Big Bear of 647 in 7 Warlords of the Sea. What's more, the world government is not only not losing weight, but is actually unprecedentedly powerful. It has been accumulating a large number of troops over the years, probably in preparation for wiping out all pirates. The pacifists didn't move. His whole body hit the wall, and he fell from the wall to the ground like a puddle of mud with bleeding from his orifices. The man screamed and was knocked away. What? These days, the world government has also used pacifists to suppress countless rebellious pirates, letting everyone understand that a skinny camel is bigger than a horse. The second level assessment is very simple. Defeat a pacifist and you can become a Marine Commodore. Who's going to be next? I come. The pacifist raised his hand and punched. Exclamation mark, exclamation mark. A man rushed out, jumped up high, and slashed at the pacifist's neck with the big knife in his hand. Advertisement. Chapter 192 Green Bull and Fujitora. Advertisement. The scene suddenly became quiet. The man just now was obviously quite strong, but he was killed in one move. This pacifist is so awesome. Although I read in the newspaper that this thing is very powerful, you can only feel how oppressive this thing is when you see it with your own eyes. No one there. Sengoku glanced at everyone. To be honest, the proposal for world conscription was proposed by Akainu, and then the 5 elders approved Akainu's proposal. Sengoku actually looks down on these guys who are not formal graduates of Marine Academy and just joined Marine because of profit motivation. In the eyes of such a guy, there is only interest and no justice. But 5 elders passed, and the losses of naval headquarters this time were indeed very large. Coupled with the increase in the number of pirates, naval headquarters does need a lot of fresh blood. Justice is not innate and needs to be cultivated, but if you want to reach the sky in one step, you must have the strength to reach the sky in one step. Otherwise, how can you be worthy of those Marines who have strength and work hard to catch pirates and get promoted? Isn't there anyone? Don't you want to be Marine Commodore? You can't even defeat a pacifist, right? If you can't defeat a pacifist, then what's the point of recruiting you to naval headquarters? You might as well do more. Wouldn't it be better to be a pacifist? I come. Someone couldn't stand Sengoku's verbal stimulation and took the initiative to attack a pacifist. As a result, after a few rounds, this person was also taken away on a stretcher. Immediately afterwards, the next person challenged, but after a while he was defeated and was carried away on a stretcher. Several people challenged him, but they were all easily defeated by the pacifists. Only then did they realize how powerful this world government's secret humanoid weapon was. Damn it, why do we still have to recruit soldiers from the world when we have such powerful weapons? It's very simple. Although the strength of pacifists is comparable to that of pirates with over 100 million, it has no effect on more powerful criminals. When we conduct a global conscription, we want to find people who can match the reward of 1 billion or even more. 4 emperors level experts, that is the purpose of our world conscription. Boom. Pacifists were poured entirely into the walls of naval headquarters. What? Almost everyone couldn't help but be shocked when they saw this scene. Everyone looked at what happened. I saw a man's arm turning into a wooden thorn and suddenly piercing the body of a pacifist. That's it. Advertisement. Aramaki said calmly, then retracted the wooden thorn and returned to his normal arm. Sengoku's eyes widened when he saw this scene. This is Logia. That's right, Logia sensen fruit. I am a forest person who ate the sensen fruit. Sengoku has lived for so many years and is naturally well informed. The Logia devil fruit is definitely a very powerful Logia devil fruit. Unexpectedly, he actually recruited a powerful guy. Congratulations. You passed. Although Sengoku was surprised, his expression soon returned to calm. He had seen monsters like Uchiha Zan Yan, and no one could shock him. But being able to recruit a strong person is indeed a good thing for naval headquarters. He actually did it. Amazing. That's demon fruit power. If you have power, you'll be awesome. I'll be the next one. Yisheng said, then slightly pulled out the sword from its sheath and stepped towards the pacifist. Boom. A powerful force of gravity suddenly appeared. Almost everyone was pressed to the ground and breathless. Good wait. What's this? The ground under the pacifist's feet even shattered into a pit, and the huge body knelt on the ground on one knee, as if to resist the gravity. Immediately afterwards, the scabbard was closed for a lifetime. Todoroki. A large hole appeared in the ground under the pacifist's feet, and the pacifist was directly pressed into the hole. Advertisement. Yisheng said calmly. I'm sorry. I'm a blind man, and I don't control my abilities very well, so I frightened everyone. How dare other people speak? No matter whether the other party is intentional or not, this kind of powerful force is simply not something they can compete with. Heavy fruits. Yes. Sengoku didn't expect that this time the world recruitment actually came with an incredible guy. The heavy fruit is also Paramesh's top devil fruit, and its power is almost as powerful as Paramesh's shock fruit. Moreover, the opponent is blind, but can use the power of devil fruit so accurately, which shows how powerful his observation haki is. Congratulations. You passed. Is there anyone else challenging? Many people saw that Aramaki and Yisheng had passed, and they felt that they were good again, and they were really unwilling to give up the opportunity to reach the sky in one step without taking action. Challenges were issued to the remaining pacifists. After a while, all the challengers came up standing up and came out lying down. At this point, only Green Bull and Fujitora had passed this test. Now only Uchiha Zan Yan is left without a challenge, and everyone is looking at Uchiha Zan Yan, wanting to see how strong Uchiha Zan Yi is, who claims to be Uchiha Zan Yan's twin brother. You know, Uchiha Zan Yan is now the most vicious criminal in history who has a bounty of 10 billion berries on his head by the world government. My brother can't be a parallel importer. Aokiji and Kizaru also looked at Uchiha Zan Yan seriously at this time, trying to figure out whether the other person was Uchiha Zan Yan pretending to be Uchiha Zan Yan, and also wanted to see the true strength of Uchiha Zan Yi, who claimed to be Uchiha Zan Yan's twin brother. Everyone looked over, and Uchiha Zan Yan naturally didn't want to be embarrassed. He stepped in front of the pacifist. DK. The pacifist raised his palm and fired a laser beam at Uchiha Xuanyan's head. Uchiha Zan Yan had armament haki wrapped around her palm and flicked it away. Snapped. The laser beam was shot away by Uchiha Zan Yan. Boom. Advertisement. Chapter 193 Zan Yan's Tip of the Iceberg. Advertisement. A wall of the martial arts arena was shattered by the pacifist's laser beam. Only then did the contestants realize that the pacifist they had just fought was showing mercy. Uchiha Zan Yan's body instantly appeared in front of the pacifist, with a blue energy ball in his hand. Rasengan. Uchiha Zan Yan pressed Rasengan on the pacifist's chest. Boom. Bang. The pacifist fell to the ground. Only then did everyone see that a huge hole appeared behind the pacifist. The monster they had tried hard to attack but could not break through was as fragile as a piece of paper in Uchiha Zan Yan's hands. Sengoku frowned and asked, "What's that move called?" He had seen this move before. Uchiha Zan Yan had used it, and it was even bigger. Zan Yan smiled and said, "Rasengan is an ninjutsu created by our Konoha village 4th Hokage. Hokage, you may not know what it is. According to your 417 Marine headquarters, the status is the same as Marine Marshal. My brother also learned his Flying Thunder God technique and Sage Mode from him." Flying Thunder God technique. Sage Mode. The Flying Thunder God technique is the ability to teleport, and Sage Mode is the eye shadow. After using it, you can greatly increase your overall physical fitness. The power of using ninjutsu will also be much stronger. Would you do the same? Sorry. Although I am Uchiha Zan Yan's twin brother, my brother and I have very different talents. Both the Flying Thunder God technique and Sage Mode are extremely difficult ninjutsu. I just barely learned one of them. Kind. Open hollow corner bracket Sage Mode close hollow corner bracket. Advertisement. Uchiha Zan Yan said. 2 white horns grew on his forehead, and eye shadow appeared on his face. Aokiji said. Your Sage Mode seems to be different from Uchiha Zan Yan's. Of course, my brother studied the Sage Mode of Mount Myoboku, one of the 3 holy places, while I studied the Sage Mode of Raichi Cave Aid, another holy place. Yes, this is Raichi Cave's Sage Mode. It was also the first Sage Mode he learned. The main reason is that Orochimaru was Uchiha Zan Yan's instructor after graduating from the Ninja Academy. This is Uchiha Zan Yan's initiative to become Orochimaru's student through a relationship. In his opinion, Orochimaru is undoubtedly one of the smartest people in the ninja world. And when it comes to teaching, Orochimaru takes second place. No one dares to take first place. No one can know everything out of thin air. In addition to talent, he also needs a good teacher. Uchiha Zan Yan's rapid improvement in strength has a lot to do with teacher Orochimaru's careful teaching. Later, I had another junior sister, Mitarashi Anko, but by that time Uchiha Zan Yan had already graduated from Orochimaru. Later, Orochimaru defected to Konoha, and Uchiha Zan Yan used the Flying Thunder God technique to transfer him away. After Uchiha Zan Yan finished speaking, he released the Sage Mode and returned to his original appearance. Why don't you learn the same Sage Mode as your brother? Is he unwilling to teach you? Uchiha Zan Yan shook his head and said with a smile, You guys underestimate my brother too much. He will teach me whatever I want to learn, but my talents are limited. Some things I can't learn, and some things I can't learn. After hearing this, several people understood the meaning of what Uchiha Zan Yan said. The other party was hiding his clumsiness. At this time, Sengoku asked, Uchiha Zan Yi, don't you want to kill your brother Uchiha Zan Yan? Uchiha Zan Yan tilted his head and asked, Why? Why? Is there any need to ask why? Because he wants your eyes. He wants my eyes, but he doesn't want my life. Why would I want to kill him? Advertisement. Then you don't want to take away his eyes. Are you saying that if you want to evolve into Eternal Mangekyo Sharingan, you have to transplant the other person's eyes? Uchiha Zan Yan shook his head very simply and said, I don't want to. Why? Uchiha Zan Yan raised his head and looked at Sengoku, Aokiji, and Kizaru, with a contemptuous smile on his face that made the three of them feel very uncomfortable. You don't think that's my brother's true strength, do you? The expressions of the three people suddenly changed. What do you mean by that? Literally, my brother Uchiha Zan Yan is the master of the ninja world. He is known as the sword god in the ninja world, but that is just the tip of the iceberg that he has revealed. As far as I know, he is still there is a more terrifying power that has not been shown. The most important thing is that his power has been improving at an extremely fast speed, and you don't think that Eternal Mangekyo Sharingan is the end of our Sharingan evolution, do you? The faces of Sengoku and others couldn't help but change when they heard this. Isn't Eternal Mangekyo Sharingan the end? Then what is the end of your Sharingan evolution? Mangekyo Sharingan has already allowed them to see the terrifying strength of Uchiha Zan Yan, and the Eternal Mangekyo Sharingan above them absolutely do not want to see Uchiha Zan Yan evolve to that point. If there is someone stronger than Eternal Mangekyo Sharingan, and Uchiha Zan Yan evolves to that point, I really don't know how terrifying Uchiha Zan Yan's strength will be. By that time, that guy may really be a living god. You already know enough. Knowing too much will not do you any good. The ignorant are fearless. The less you know, the braver you will become, right? Several people looked very ugly when they heard Uchiha Zan Yan's words. They are Marine Marshal and Marine Admiral. People who stand at the top of the world are actually being underestimated now. Okay, I'm already qualified. Sengoku took a deep breath, calmed down and said, congratulations. You passed. Now all three of you can become the Commodore of Naval Headquarters. Suddenly, a voice said, wait a minute, all three of us have passed, but in the end we have to determine the winner. I'm a little unhappy that it ended in such a muddle. Advertisement. Chapter 194 Zan Yanbi's Fujitorab's Green Bull. Advertisement. Everyone looked towards the speaker, who was none other than Huang Mu, the future Admiral of Headquarters Green Bull. Hey, you two feel the same way, right? Green Bull shouted at Fujitora and Uchiha Zan Yan. Agree, Fujitora said calmly. I also want to try to see what kind of strength the famous Uchiha clan has. Uchiha Zan Yan shrugged and spread his hands and said, I don't care. Although my strength is very different from that of my brother Uchiha Zan Yan, it does not mean that I am not the opponent of others. In that case, let's change to another place. None of the three people objected, and Sengoku naturally would not refuse. He also wanted to see what the strength level of the three people who passed the world conscription was. This is the new naval headquarters. We cannot let the battle of a few people destroy this naval headquarters. If this naval headquarters is destroyed again, Marine will really have nowhere to go. Soon, several people took a battleship and headed to a nearby small uninhabited island. Uchiha Zan Yan, Green Bull, and Fujitora came to the island together, and Sengoku, Aokiji, and Kizaru fought outside the island. You two, I'm going to make the first move without being polite. Forbidden Forest. The Green Bull shouted loudly, and his arms turned into a large number of trees, and countless flowers suddenly bloomed on the originally desolate ground. The trees grew rapidly, forming a huge fist. I am a forest person who has eaten the fruits of the forest. I am the gestation of life that stands side by side with the ocean. I am nature itself. The huge fist formed by the trees struck Fujitora and Uchiha Zan Yan. Fujitora quickly drew his sword with his backhand and firmly blocked the giant tree's fist. Uchiha Zan Yan raised his palm and easily blocked the Green Bull's tree fist. It's not over yet. The Green Bull roared, and his body suddenly transformed into a huge tree man with a height of dozens of meters. More thick vines grew out, and he controlled these vines to move towards Uchiha Zan. He attacked with the medical tiger. Boom 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 boom. The Green Bull controlled these vines to attack Uchiha Zan Yan and Fujitora 1-on-2 at the same time. Uchiha Zan Yan and Fujitora kept dodging these thick vines. Swish swish swish. Fujitora swung his sword to cut off some of the vines that were attacking him. Advertisement. Damn it, he's just a blind man, but he can dodge so easily. Green Bull knew that this blind man's observation haki must be very strong, otherwise he would not be able to easily dodge such a violent attack. Haha, I may be blind in eyes but not in heart. Fujitora said as he rolled over backwards and landed on the ground. He posed as if he was wielding a knife. The sword in Fujitora's hand emitted a purple-black light, and he applied the terrifying gravity to the sword. Gravity Knife Tiger. Fujitora let out a loud shout, slashed the blade, and at the same time released a huge lateral gravity on the trajectory of the swing. Boom. Click click click. The terrifying gravity crushed all the branches that hit it, crushing and destroying everything in front of it. Even the huge body of the Green Bull was repelled by this terrifying lateral gravity, and the trees in the abdomen even broke. Uchiha Zan Yan took this opportunity to land on the rocky hill next to it. Quickly form seals with both hands. Open hollow corner bracket fire style extinguishing fire close hollow corner bracket. Uchiha Zan Yan spit out a large sea of flames from his mouth, which was very large and burned all the forests created by the Green Bull. Don't think that flame is my weakness. If I have such a weakness that a person can see through, then I'll give you a damn. Fire Forest. Green Bull created a defensive forest and successfully blocked the flames released by Uchiha Zan Yan. Sudden. Boom. The Green Bull's body sank toward the ground, and a terrifying gravity acted on Uchiha Zan Yan and the Green Bull. You two, the three of us are fighting with each other now, but don't forget that we still have to grow old. 0. Please give me flowers. Fujitora said calmly, and at the same time put the sword in his hand into the scabbard. Boom. The hills at the feet of Uchiha Zan Yan were shattered by gravity. Advertisement. The Green Bull shouted angrily. Gravity. Damn it. The Green Bull's body changed back to human form, and then a big hole appeared under his feet, and the whole person fell into it. Boom. Uchiha Zan Yan rushed out from the rubble. Dash exclamation mark exclamation mark. A huge Rasengan appeared in Zan Yan's hand. Open hollow corner bracket big ball Rasengan close hollow corner bracket. Zan Yan throws the big ball Rasengan towards Fujitora. Gravity knife tiger. Oh. Fujitora swung his sword again and sent out a terrifying horizontal force. Fujitora made a gesture to draw his sword in midair, and quickly drew his sword. Purple circular gravity waves shot straight into the sky and disappeared into the sky. The impact of the explosion destroyed everything around it. There was a roar in the sky. Everyone looked up and saw that in the sky, a huge meteorite was being burned by the friction of the air and falling towards the location of the three people. Fujitora stepped on a piece of ground and flew into the air, avoiding these sharp tree thorns. Boom. Hole. Don't think you can kill me so easily. I am nature. It is impossible for humans to defeat nature. Kizaru also said his standard catchphrase, how scary. Green Bull couldn't help but scream in horror when he saw the meteorite roaring in the sky. The terrifying gravity collided with the big ball Rasengan, causing a violent explosion. Meteorite. Suddenly, a large number of spiked trees continued to grow from the ground. Green Bull roared at Uchiha Zan Yan and Fujitora. Aokiji said in surprise, this blind old gentleman is so powerful. Really? Then I would like to give it a try. Uchiha Zan Yan tapped her toes to easily avoid these tree thorns. Boo hoo hoo. Sudden. Advertisement. Chapter 195 Zan Yan flips the table. Advertisement. Sengoku also looked at Uchiha Zan Yan with a serious face at this time, wondering how Uchiha Zan Yan would respond. Zan Yan said helplessly, hey, it's just a discussion, do you want to play so big? This B********************* D, he pulls meteorites and lifts the table when he has nothing to do. This is cheating. Haha, after all, we are competing with the legendary Uchiha clan, so naturally we have to be serious, right? Fujitora said with a chuckle. In the blink of an eye, a huge meteorite fell from the sky. The first one to bear the brunt was the Green Bull. The huge tree body began to burn and shatter inch by inch as soon as it was hit by the meteorite. Fujitora is possessed, and layers of gravity apertures appear above his head. This time he exerts reverse gravity. Those close to the gravity circle will be exerted a huge reverse, 370, force, causing meteorites to fall towards him. Part of it was destroyed. A huge Rasengan appears in Uchiha Zan Yan's hand. The Rasengan spins wildly and destroys the meteorite it touches. Boom. A terrifying explosion occurred when the meteorite fell, and the impact of the explosion spread to the distance, destroying everything. After a while, everything calmed down and the smoke slowly dissipated. In the center of the island, a bottomless hole appeared. On the big hole, only the positions of Uchiha Zan Yan and Fujitora were intact, and the ground beneath their feet turned into a pillar. As expected of a member of the legendary Uchiha clan, you can do nothing against such a meteorite. At this time, a seed in the big hole began to sprout, forming a flower, and the green cow regenerated from the flower. That damn old blind man. How dare you do that? A large amount of greenery emanated from the large pit, and a large number of trees emerged from the large pit. Soon, the huge body of the Green Bull reappeared. Uchiha Zan Yan marveled and said, Tisk. It is indeed a plant, its vitality is really tenacious. Hole. Don't think that I can be killed so easily. As long as I am on the earth, I will never die. The Green Bull controls a large number of vine-like trees to stab Uchiha Zan Yan and Fujitora. Fujitora used slashes to cut off these trees, but they would regenerate in a blink of an eye. Uchiha Zan Yan raised his foot and kicked, Tempest Kick. A sharp slash struck the Green Bull's body. Advertisement. PFF'd. The huge body of the Green Bull was cut in half. I lied to you. I told you. I am natural. I will not be killed by you so easily. The severed upper and lower body of the Green Bull sprouted vines, and in the blink of an eye they were connected and grew back together, as if they had never been severed. Sure enough, that's not your entity. Uchiha Zan Yan pouted. Really, the table. As if no one can do it. After Uchiha Zan Yan finished speaking, he stepped down and rushed into the air. A Rasengan appears in Uchiha Zan Yan's hand. This Rasengan is getting bigger and bigger. Soon, a super huge blue-white energy bomb with a diameter of more than 20 meters appeared. Immediately afterwards, Uchiha Zan Yan added the nature transformation of the wind attribute chakra to it, as if a shuriken was constantly spinning. Aokiji said, Hey, isn't this thing a little too dangerous? Feeling the terrifying energy fluctuations, Aokiji, Sengoku, and Kizaru's expressions all changed. Uchiha Zan Yan shouted in the air, do you think you can flip the table? Lousy wants you to see what it means to really flip the table. Open hollow lens bracket wind style super large jade spiral shuriken. Gravity knife tiger. Fujitora's face became serious when he saw Uchiha Zan Yan emitting such a large energy bomb, and launched his own gravity attack. The terrible gravity rushed towards the Shuriken. Boom! The wind-style super-large jade spiral shuriken was defeated almost as soon as gravity hit it. The green bull returned to normal human form size, pressed his hands on the ground, controlled a large number of trees to grow rapidly, and stabbed towards the wind-style super-large jade spiral shuriken in the sky, which was also attached to armament hockey. Click. Dash. Those huge trees were completely shattered the moment they touched the Shuriken. Not good. Advertisement. Fujitora's expression suddenly changed when he saw this, and he quickly waved the gravity knife in his hand and struck at the green bull. Green bull screamed and his body was knocked away. Fujitora also activated his anti-gravity body and quickly retreated backwards. The Shuriken landed on the big hole that Fujitora had made with the meteorite. Boom! The huge wind ball exploded like a nuclear bomb, swallowing up the entire island in an instant. The terrifying impact caused an air explosion that destroyed everything around him. Could it be that both brothers have a hobby of destroying islands? Marine who came with him was so frightened when he saw this scene that he screamed in horror. Click. Ice Age. No. The mast is broken. Aokiji immediately launched the Ice Age, and the powerful freezing power froze the sea, and finally managed to save the warship from being destroyed. Boom! Even the mast of Sengoku and others' marine warship, which was very far away, was broken by this terrifying impact. A laser beam emitted from Kizaru's index finger, shattering the ice in front of him. But when they saw the scene behind the ice, everyone was shocked. Everyone also saw what 0.5 looked like behind the ice. This scene made some marine soldiers who had experienced the battle on the top tremble. They had seen this scene. Uchiha Zan Yan once destroyed the entire marine headquarters Marineford with one blow. Unexpectedly, how long had passed before I saw a similar scene? It was Uchiha Zan Yan's younger brother who destroyed the island. I saw that the vast sea was empty. The island that looked like a hill just now had disappeared, leaving only the surging sea water. The huge air waves pushed the sea, forming a huge wave dozens of meters high, roaring and engulfing the battleship where Sengoku and others were. After a while, the wind and waves calmed down again. The island has disappeared. Call out. Hua. Advertisement. Chapter 196. The outcome is decided. Advertisement. So scary. Brothers Uchiha Zan Yan and Uchiha Zan Yi are both so scary. The expression on Kizaru's face was still the same as before, and he screamed, terrible. Of course, such power is indeed terrifying enough. Aokiji's expression turned ugly. That guy actually hasn't used all his strength yet. They played Uchiha Zan Yan twice. The first time he and Kizaru suffered a small loss, but in terms of record, they forced Uchiha Zan Yan to retreat. In the second battle at the top, Uchiha Zan Yan was 1-on-3. They were not actually defeated, but it was just difficult to break through the defense. The three of them fought for a long time, and after breaking through the huge martial god with extremely strong defense, it was repaired by the other party. In the end, the five people took action together, and Uchiha Zan Yan activated the complete giant martial god. Only then did they feel the terror of Uchiha Zan Yan's strength. Did you say they lost? 08 must have lost. The marine headquarters they guarded was destroyed, so why didn't they lose? But the defeat was not that complete. A few people could still fight Uchiha Zan Yan together. The main problem that gives them a headache now is not whether they can defeat them, but whether they can retain them. Especially when all five people's attacks failed. This move used by Uchiha Genya is so powerful that it can wipe the marine headquarters, Marineford Island, off the map. But it is enough to wipe out all the buildings on Marineford, the marine headquarters. In other words, if Uchiha Zan Yan wants, he can directly use this trick to wipe out all the people in the marine headquarters when there are still more than 100,000 people in the marine headquarters. All erased. They, the Marine Admiral, may be able to survive this attack, but those below the Marine Vice Admiral will almost certainly die. Thinking of this, Aokiji couldn't help but feel a little scared, and then he remembered what Uchiha Shueni said. Do you think that is really Uchiha Zan Yan's true strength? Uchiha Shueni said that almost everything he learned was taught by Uchiha Zan Yan, so that means Uchiha Zan Yan can also use the trick just now, and may use it better. Advertisement. If Uchiha Zan Yan uses this trick during the battle on the top, naval headquarters will suffer countless casualties, and even their Marine Admiral may die there. Sengoku's face was similar to Aokiji's, both very ugly. He and Aokiji thought of going together. They tried their best to fight, but Uchiha Zan Yan never took it seriously. This feeling made them feel like clowns. I feel completely underestimated by Uchiha Zan Yan. Who are they? Marine Marshal Sengoku, Marine Hero Garp, Marine Admiral Akainu, Aokiji, Kizaru. Everyone in the entire world is considered to be the strongest person in the world. Anyone who goes out alone is nearly invincible. However, even with the five people joining forces like this, Uchiha Zan Yan couldn't even use all of Uchiha Zan Yan's strength. Not good. Sengoku suddenly thought of something. Could it be that these two guys, Aramaki and Issei, were killed by Uchiha Shuanya's move? He doesn't care about other people. There is no doubt that Aramaki and Issei are the top masters in the world. These two people will also be very powerful when they meet Uchiha Zan Yan next time. If he dies, it will be a huge loss to Marine. He has read the information of both people. They are different from Uchiha Shueni. Both of them have detailed life trajectories and were unknown in the past. Master. Because of the impact of this battle on the top, I felt that I needed to make a difference, so I signed up for the world recruitment and chose to join naval headquarters. Quickly go find Aramaki and Yisheng. We must not let those two people die. Marine, who was in charge of the lookout, immediately held a telescope to observe. Soon, he saw a touch of green appear on the sea. Found it. Over there. Everyone looked in the direction pointed by the lookout and saw a small canoe floating up and down on the sea. Soon, the green color changed and began to grow rapidly, forming a larger wooden boat, and the green cow also appeared on the wooden boat. Advertisement. Green Bull was also surprised when he looked at the disappearing island. The island where they had just dueled actually disappeared. If I had been on that island just now, I would have disappeared along with him. At this time, he was filled with fear. If the blind uncle hadn't pushed him at the last moment, he might have been buried on this island. At this time, in the sky, a man flew back with a sword. It was Fujitora. Fujitora used anti-gravity to launch himself, avoiding Uchiha Zan Yan's blow, and used gravity attack on himself for the first time. Sensing the disappeared island, Fujitora murmured, "The Uchiha clan, what a terrifying clan." Fujitora's sword flew towards the marine battleship, and the dueling islands disappeared, and the battle was over. And who wins and who loses can be known at a glance. Their attacks lost against Uchiha Gen 343's moves. The opponent's attack even completely destroyed the island. Even though he still had many methods at his disposal, none of them had any effect. He couldn't resist the ultimate destructive power. A yellow chrysanthemum also grew from the back of the boat at the green cow's feet. The chrysanthemum submerged into the water and turned rapidly, carrying the green bull towards the marine warship like a speedboat. At this time, on the sea, Uchiha Zan Yan stood steadily on the water and walked towards the marine warship. Many people were very surprised when they saw it. There were actually people who could walk on the sea as if they were on the ground. In that case, for Uchiha Shueni, the entire sea could be a battlefield. This would be a huge advantage for many people, especially for the demon fruit power that was cursed by the sea. Sengoku felt relieved when he saw that Green Bull and Fujitora were fine. After a while, all three people arrived on the marine battleship. Sengoku scolded, "You three are too much nonsense." Fujitora said sincerely, "I'm sorry. Marshal Sengoku, I was impulsive." Zan Yan raised his hand and said with a smile, "I'm sorry. You too, my temper is not very good. I don't want others to lift the table. I will restrain myself in the future." Advertisement. Chapter 197 Promotion to Marine Vice Admiral. Advertisement. Everyone was speechless. Do you have a bad temper? Your temper is too bad. At this time, Aokiji asked, "Uchiha Zanyi, can Uchiha Zan Yan also use that move of yours?" "Of course. I learned most of my ninjutsu from my brother. A few are different. They are just ninjutsu that my brother doesn't like. It doesn't mean that my brother can't learn them. The only thing my brother can't learn is some ninjutsu that require blood inheritance limits. But that doesn't matter. Our clan's Sharingan is the strongest blood successor in the ninja world." When everyone heard Uchiha Zanyi mentioning my brother, they couldn't help but believe that Uchiha Zanyi was really Uchiha Zan Yan's twin brother. Otherwise, if he is really Uchiha Zan Yan, it would be too shameless to say this all the time. Sengoku looked at the green cow and said, "Aramoku, what do you say?" Green Bull looked very ugly. He was the one who wanted to distinguish between the three of them, but he turned out to be the most embarrassed one. In the end, if the blind old man hadn't pushed him, he might have been buried here. HMPH. I lost this time. But don't think that I will always lose, I will definitely win it back next time. Green Bull said, unconvinced that he had experienced the power of the Uchiha clan this time. This guy's attack was too terrifying. He is a user with the Sensen fruit ability. As long as he has a seed, he can regenerate instantly. But this guy not only wants to destroy the seed, but also won't leave any land for him. And the blind old man also restrained himself very much. The meteorite really shocked him, and there was actually someone who could summon the meteorite. I have given up. 2. As expected of the Uchiha clan, the strength is indeed strong. The little brother is so young at such a young age. I really don't know how strong your brother Uchiha Zan Yan is. My brother's strength is naturally incomparable to mine, so I have to ask world government for help. At this time, Sengoku looked at the three people and said, "The three of them are all very powerful. In this great pirate era where pirates are raging, it is a blessing to Marine and a blessing to the world to have three of them join Marine. On behalf of Marine, I welcome the three of you to join us. Because it is a global conscription, military merit will be ignored for the time being. The military ranks will be determined based on strength alone. The strength of the three is no weaker than Marine Admiral, but there is no vacancy in the Admiral position, so the military rank of the three can only be Marine Vice Admiral for the time being." Quote. Advertisement. Furthermore, Marine Admiral needs to compete. There are many masters in Marine who are second only to Admiral in strength. If you want to become Admiral, you must surpass them. I don't care, it's fair, and if you become Marine Admiral all of a sudden, there will definitely be people who won't accept it. Zan Yan shrugged and said. Sengoku thought to himself. Not only those who became Marine Admiral were dissatisfied, but many of those who became Marine Majors were also dissatisfied. The promotion of military ranks is not that simple. In addition to strength, one must also continuously accumulate military merit. Fujitora also said. Me too, as long as justice can be achieved. Lu Niu saw that both Zan Yan and Fujitora had said so. What else could he say, and what could it be his turn to say? Get the marine coat. The 3 marine soldiers each held a brand new marine coat. The 3 of them were not polite and put on their marine coats. Zan Yan feels very magical. He never imagined that one day he would become a marine, or a naval headquarters vice admiral. Everyone returned to the naval headquarters, and Marine Marshal Sengoku announced in front of everyone, Zan Yan, Shi Sheng, and Huang Mu Lord have been promoted to Marine Vice Admiral through world recruitment. This news shocked the world again. Uchiha Zan Yan actually has a twin brother Uchiha Zan Yi. Uchiha Genya also joined Marine through world recruitment and became Naval Headquarters Vice Admiral. Isn't this plot too mysterious? Less than a day after the newspaper was published, Uchiha Zan Yan's response also came. It means that when children grow up and reach the rebellious stage, if they want to play marine games, then go ahead and play them. Advertisement. Over in New World, everything has been settled in the territory, and those who think Uchiha Zan Yan has too many people but few subordinates have also experienced the pain. Uchiha Zan Yan expressed disdain. Uchiha Zan Yan, I'm such a proud person, how could I be promoted in the eyes of my younger brother? Everything is just my stupid younger brother who thinks too much. Many people think that the current crocodiles are worthy of the 4 emperors. Crocodile is a very strong competitor for the vacant 4 emperors position. Many pirates have joined Crocodile. There is also the Sand Crocodile, Crocodile. Ever since Uchiha Zan Yan turned Crocodile into an evil spirit, Crocodile has taken off. Now it is no longer called Sand Crocodile, but Man-Eating Crocodile. Sengoku has always been suspicious of this and sent CP to investigate secretly. In just a few words, Uchiha Zan Yan's hockey is revealed, comparing Marine to a game of house, as if he doesn't care at all that Uchiha Zan Yi joins Marine to fight against him. The fee is still 1/10 of the national income. Such a low commission makes many world government franchise countries jealous. For others who asked about the Mangekyo Sharingan needing younger brother's eyes to be promoted to Eternal Mangekyo Sharingan. The new White Gang of Uchiha Security Company has also gained a great reputation in the New World and is now known as the Immortal White Gang. The great pirate who was offered a bounty of 2.563 billion berries by the world government after only half a year. Because many people find that this new white group is like a monster from immune to death. Have you ever seen someone who continues to fight with a knife in his heart? Uchiha Security Company is also on the right track, taking on security missions from several franchise countries that were abandoned by the world government because they could not afford the heavenly money. After Crocodile became a ghost, he behaved very wildly, and some groups even did not hide it. Uchiha Zan Yan's words made many people believe that Uchiha Zan Yi was really Uchiha Zan Yan's twin brother. Time passed quietly, and half a year passed in the blink of an eye. Crocodile is already a very powerful force among New World pirates. Everyone who has seen it now goes to the mine to mine. Advertisement. Chapter 198. Alarm over headquarters. Advertisement. This side of naval headquarters. Uchiha Zan Yan also lived a life as a marine. When Fujitora and Green Bull were catching pirates all over the world to accumulate military exploits and become famous all over the world, Uchiha Zan Yan was either fishing or catching fish every day, eating a lot of food, and not catching any pirates. This also made Uchiha Zan Yan a lot of criticism among many people in naval headquarters. Many people feel that Uchiha Zan Yan is not worthy of becoming naval headquarters vice admiral because he does not work for a salary. Uchiha Zan Yan doesn't care at all about these criticisms. Just today, he was still basking in the sunset on the roof of naval headquarters and fishing. Sudden, a woman's voice sounded. Zan Yi. You are lazy again. When Zan Yan opened his eyes, he saw a beautiful woman with her arms akimbo looking at him angrily. She was wearing pink clothes, a marine coat, and sexy shorts on her lower body, revealing her slender legs and breasts. The white rabbit in front of me would tear open my clothes and jump out. Her name is Gion, her marine codename is Momosugi, and she is also the vice admiral of Marine 43's headquarters. She met Uchiha Zan Yan at a marine conference. Momosugi was very curious about Uchiha Shueni, a popular figure in Marine, and took the initiative to chat with Uchiha Zan Yan. After going back and forth, the two became familiar with each other. Uchiha Zan Yan guessed that Granny He was the one who seduced her, but who was Uchiha Zan Yan? He was not the kind of man who would be seduced by beauty. So big. Momosugi's face suddenly turned red when he heard Uchiha Zan Yan's words, and then he punched Zan Yan directly in the nose. Zan Yan quickly dodged. Not only was this woman beautiful, but she was also very strong. He didn't want to be beaten in vain. Just kidding. Don't be so serious. What do you want from me? Can't I come to you if nothing happens? Momosugi crossed his arms, which made the big rabbit on his chest more conspicuous, and it might pop out at any time. Advertisement. Seeing Uchiha Zan Yan staring at her chest again, Momosugi's face turned red again, but she didn't hide it. This was her pride. It's okay. Come on, let's go have a drink. Uchiha Zan Yan suggested that drinking with beautiful women is one of the great pleasures in life. Drink. You either eat or drink. Do you know what your reputation has become in naval headquarters? Momosugi looked like he hated iron. Zan Yan waved his hands nonchalantly and said with a smile, well, I didn't have a good reputation in the first place, but now I can't get any worse no matter how bad I am. You are free and easy, but do you know that as soon as the next Marine Marshal is elected, there will be a vacancy in the Admiral? You obviously have the ability, don't you want to fight for it? Momoshiki and Uchiha Zan Yan have known each other for such a long time, so naturally they have competed with Uchiha Zan Yan. And every time, Momoshiki comes to Uchiha Zan Yan for discussion, and she finds that she can actually learn a lot from the opponent's swordsmanship. After competing with Uchiha Zan Yan, my swordsmanship is also improving rapidly. This also made Momoshiki admire Uchiha Zan Yan even more. He has such strong swordsmanship at such a young age. Apart from Uchiha Zan Yan, there is probably only this man in front of him in the world. Over time, the relationship between Momoshiki and Zan Yan became closer. Think about it. But what can I do if I think about it? If the superiors don't trust me, how can they give me the position of admiral? So, since hard work is useless, why not live a good life? Hearing what Zan Yan said, Momoshiki also sighed helplessly. Indeed, given that the other party is the twin brother Aig of Uchiha Zan Yan, it is difficult for the world government to hand over the position of Marine Admiral to him. By the way, who do you think will become the new Marine Marshal this time? The debate over who will be the next Marine Marshal, Akainu or Aokiji, has been intensifying recently, and many people have even begun to take sides. For example, Aramaki, who was promoted from the world recruitment together with Uchiha Zan Yan, has firmly sided with Akainu from the beginning. Neither Yishun nor Uchiha expressed their opinions. It is even common for Akainu supporters and Aokiji supporters to openly fight. Advertisement. Akainu. Zan Yan replied crisply. Why? The one Marine supports is Aokiji, right? I heard that Marshal Sengoku also nominated Aokiji to be the next Marine Marshal. Momoshiki looked at Uchiha Zan Yan doubtfully and asked. She was actually more optimistic about Aokiji. She didn't like Akainu's absolute style of doing things. I heard that many civilians died at the hands of Akainu. Aokiji may be more popular among the people below, but what the people above need is Akainu, so Akainu will definitely be the next Marshal Marine. It's that simple, so it's the same even with Marshal Sengoku's recommendation. Of course, Aokiji is not without a chance. Even if the superiors want Akainu to be the next Marine Marshal, they will definitely not completely ignore the opinions of the people below. The most likely outcome in the end is a fight between two people, and the winner will become the next Marine Marshal. Aokiji is very strong, but I think Akainu's strength is still stronger than Aokiji. The most important thing is that Akainu is more ruthless. Aokiji may rush to save Akainu's life, but Akainu will never show mercy to Aokiji. In a battle of life and death, hesitation will lead to defeat, so the outcome of this duel can actually be seen. Momoshiki couldn't help but grow her cute little mouth when she heard Zan Yan's analysis. She didn't expect that a newcomer like Uchiha Shueni could see everything so thoroughly. It's just that she can't even say anything to refute. At this time, Uchiha Zan Yan frowned, then raised his head and looked into the distance. Momoshiki also followed Uchiha Zan Yan's gaze, and then his expression changed instantly. That is how the matter. At this moment, in the sky, several marine warships appeared in the sky and flew towards the headquarters. The piercing siren from naval headquarters also sounded at this time. Many marines ran out in panic, and were shocked when they saw the scene in the sky. What is that? Battleship. It's actually in the air. As Uchiha Zan Yan coming to destroy naval headquarters again. Advertisement. Chapter 199 Golden Lion Shiki. Advertisement. Sengoku stepped onto the highest terrace of naval headquarters. After Momoshiki saw it, he immediately jumped down from above. Marshal Sengoku, is it Uchiha Zan Yan? Sengoku said with a serious face. No. Uchiha Zan Yan is not a man who likes to do such tricks. There is another man who can do such a thing. A survivor of the Gall D. Roger era in the One Piece era. He was defeated by Roger, was later arrested by naval headquarters, and finally cut off his own legs and escaped from Impel Down. The story of the Golden Lion. This guy has not appeared again for 20 years. Now that a new era has come, this guy can't sit still. Sengoku's face was very ugly, and his fists were clenched. Things had just calmed down at Uchiha Zan Yan's side, and this guy actually came out to cause trouble again. Can't we just let him survive another half year and then retire peacefully? Sudden. When the battleship in the sky flew directly above the marine headquarters, it began to fall downwards under the influence of gravity. Wow. Falling. What to do? It's over. Is the marine headquarters going to be destroyed again? Call out. Uchiha Zan Yan stepped down and rushed into the air. It's Uchiha Vice Admiral. Buzz. There is a huge white energy bomb in Uchiha Zan Yan's hand. Open hollow corner bracket wind style katakana middle dot otama spiral shuriken close hollow corner bracket. Uchiha Zan Yan threw this spiral shuriken at the falling battleship in the sky. Boom. The huge wind ball exploded like a nuclear bomb, instantly swallowing up all the fallen warships around it. The terrifying impact caused an air explosion that destroyed everything around him. Advertisement. The strong wind pressure made everyone in the marine below unable to lift their heads. As this, Uchiha Vice Admirals, spherical shuriken. What a terrible destructive power. After a while, some broken wood chips fell from the sky. Very good. As expected of Uchiha Genya Vice Admiral. As expected, he has the strength of Admiral. Many Marines cheered loudly when they saw Uchiha Zan Yan destroying all the fallen Marine battleships. For the following Marines, although Uchiha Zan Yi is Uchiha Zan Yan's twin brother, he is also a victim of Uchiha Zan Yan. Bye. Uchiha Zan Yan trained his younger brother just to capture his younger brother's eyes. Therefore, Uchiha Zan Yan has hatred, but not Zan Yi. At this time, on an island-like ship above, a man stood on the bow with his arms folded and saw the scene below. Oh, is this the brat from the Uchiha clan who joined naval headquarters? He's really got a lot of trouble. This man has thick golden hair, like across his mane, a golden coat on his body, a rudder on his head, and 2 swords on his legs. Uchiha Zan Yan immediately recognized the other person's identity after seeing him. Golden Lion, Shiki. Even if this guy is in the movie version, shouldn't he appear again 2 years later? Why did he come to naval headquarters so quickly? Forget it. No matter who the other party is, first I'm a Marine Vice Admiral now, so I have to do what a Marine Vice Admiral should do. Breath of the Moon 8 type Moon Dragon Wheel. Uchiha Zan Yan swung a fierce sword towards the island in the sky, and slashed towards the island in the sky with a huge crescent sword. The sword slash was accompanied by small ones around it. Sharp blade. Golden Lion Shiki's eyes lit up when he saw Uchiha Zan Yan's slash. Oh. What a beautiful slash. Uchiha Zan Yan's slashing is indeed very beautiful, and the slashing of Moon Breath can be said to be the most beautiful among all breathing techniques. Open hollow corner bracket slash wave close hollow corner bracket. Advertisement. Golden Lion flew up and kicked out a giant sword energy with the sword on his feet. Boom. The 2 sword chi collided together in the air, and the 2 sword chi strikes were shattered together, and the powerful impact spread to the surroundings. 0. What an amazing young man. It's such a shame to become a Marine. Many older Marines also have an impression when they hear this name. Golden Lion is a great pirate in the same era as Pirate King Roger and Whitebeard. Report. Marshal Sengoku. There is urgent information. Golden Lion Shiki issued a pirate summons order in the newspaper. He is calling for pirates in East Blue. He threatens to destroy the entire East Blue. This time is just a warning. The next time will be when your marine is destroyed. Jihahahahaha. He was imprisoned in Impel Down more than 20 years ago, and then escaped. 20 years later, the former soldier has become the current naval headquarters vice admiral. Sengoku's body turned into a giant Buddha posture and shouted at Shiki. What did you say? Righteousness. With that guy's ability, this naval headquarters may disappear from the sea at any time. Is he still alive? Uchiha Zan Yan landed on the roof of the naval headquarters fortress again. Golden Lion Shiki laughed, stood on the boat and flew high into the sky. Could it be the legendary pirate from 20 years ago? It was he and Garp who worked together to subdue that guy, but the result was that half of the naval headquarters was destroyed. Golden Lion. The destruction of Marineford has made the pirates rampant, and Marine's control over the entrance to New World has weakened. If the naval headquarters in New World is destroyed again, Marine's dignity and reputation will be completely destroyed. Golden Lion Shiki. What on earth do you want to do here? Sengoku also returned to its original size, and he thought that the Golden Lion wanted to make a fuss in naval headquarters like it did 20 years ago. Sengoku. You are really old and useless. You were bullied to your head by a little brat. This proves that you Marines have weakened. It's time for me to take over the world again. Sengoku looked gloomy. The original naval headquarters has disappeared. If this new naval headquarters is destroyed, then the naval headquarters will really have to be moved to the Red Line. Advertisement. Chapter 200 Capturing the Golden Lion. Advertisement. Sengoku snatched the newspaper from the Marine intelligence officer's hand, his face becoming more and more ugly the more he looked at it. He knows Golden Lion Shiki, a man more dangerous than Pirate King Roger. One Piece Roger is a person who has a bottom line in doing things, while Golden Lion Shiki is a villain who has no scruples and wants to take over the world. If he threatens to destroy East Blue, he will definitely destroy East Blue. He will not have any scruples because of other people's lives. This man has been hiding incognito for 20 years. He knows that he must make some big move, because this man will not be willing to live that kind of life. Now that he is making a comeback, he must have accumulated a bigger conspiracy. Uchiha Genya, Gion. The 2 of you set off to East Blue immediately to capture Golden Lion Shiki. Yes. 950. Momosugi immediately accepted the order. Isn't it a bit too? This is a critical moment. The people of East Blue are under threat. Now the Marine Admiral has its own mission. Who else here but you can defeat the Golden Lion? Because of the raging pirates now, except for the lazy guy Uchiha Genya, everyone else is busy catching pirates all over the world to maintain the security and stability of the world government member countries. Marine Admiral cannot be easily dispatched to prevent attacks on world government and naval headquarters. All of this is due to Uchiha Zan Yan. One person fought against 5 of the top combat forces of the world government. Such a terrifying record made many world noble celestial dragons living in the Holy Land Mariajoy tremble. It is even required that at least 1 admiral of headquarters is permanently stationed in Mariajoy, the Holy Land, and then 3 admirals of headquarters are rotated. For example, this month is Mariajoy, Akainu's permanent residence, next month is Aokiji, and the month after that is Kizaru. This made the naval headquarters, which already had insufficient combat power, even worse. Fortunately, World Recruitment recruited Aramaki, Issei and Uchiha Genya. Aramaki and Yishun are all actively catching pirates, which is a good thing. Advertisement. Although Uchiha Genya was stationed at naval headquarters and did nothing, this was a good thing in Sengoku's opinion. But this kid must be mobilized this time, otherwise East Blue may be in ruins. Okay. I am a kind-hearted person. If this mission is completed, I should have a lot of credit. You have to work hard, but the pay still needs to be negotiated. Consider you a special merit. Hearing someone discussing a business deal with him gave Sengoku a bad memory and he said angrily. 3. Zan Yan raised 3 fingers and said. Sengoku roared. Are you kidding? 3. 3 special merits are enough for you to be promoted to Admiral of Headquarters. Marine's promotion actually has strict rules. 1 special class merit is equal to 10 first class merit, 1 first class merit is equal to 10 second class merit, 1 second class merit is equal to 10 third class merit, and the same is true for the rest. A third class meritorious service is equivalent to capturing a pirate with a bounty of over 100 million, or capturing and destroying a pirate group with a combined bounty of over 100 million. Promotion to Marine Commodore requires 3 third-class merits, promotion to Marine Rear Admiral requires 3 second-class merits, promotion to Marine Vice Admiral requires 3 first-class merits, and promotion to Admiral of Headquarters requires 3 special merits as well as being powerful. The strength of the horse. Uchiha Genya's strength is definitely up to the standard of Admiral of Headquarters. As long as he has sufficient military merit and there is a vacancy in Admiral of Headquarters, he can be directly promoted to Admiral of Headquarters. If you suppress him, it will be a violation of Marine's own rules, which will shake Marine's military morale. If people's hearts are scattered, it will be difficult to lead the team. Uchiha Zan Yan smiled and said, then why do you think I want 3? Sengoku's face froze. This brat actually bargained with him. Could it be that this brat was rushing to become the Admiral of Headquarters from the beginning? I saw this guy messing around in the Naval Headquarters before, and I thought this guy had no intention of competing for the Admiral of Headquarters. It seems that he didn't have any intention, but he just looked down on those small military SEOs. Advertisement. 2. I will give you 2 special merits at most. Sengoku raised 2 fingers and gritted his teeth and said, if it weren't for nothing, the situation was extremely anxious now, and he really didn't want this B********** D to go. A smile appeared on Uchiha Zan Yan's lips. Deal. Damn bastards. Both of you Uchiha brothers are vampires. Sengoku saw the smile on Uchiha Schwanya's lips and felt that he had been tricked again, and he became very unhappy. The bad memories naturally come from Uchiha Zan Yan. When she was in Mariajoy, the Holy Land, Uchiha Zan Yan asked for 5 billion berries in one mouth. Although this guy only took away 2.5 billion berry in the end, the damage and losses this B******** D brought to Naval Headquarters were more than 2.5 billion. Naval Headquarters was destroyed, let alone 2.5 billion or 25 billion is not enough to compensate for the loss of Naval Headquarters. Uchiha Zan Yan said with a shy and reserved expression after being praised. You're too polite, I'm still far behind my brother. Sengoku complained. I'm not complimenting you. Okay, you go quickly, I don't want to see your face. Every time he sees this face that is exactly the same as Uchiha Zan Yan, Sengoku will feel an unreasonable anger in his heart. It is the 0.8 owner of this face who has caused him countless troubles. Received. Guaranteed to complete the task. Uchiha Zan Yan set off with Momosuke on Momosuke's warship, although Naval Headquarters also equipped Uchiha Schwenny with his own warship. But he never carried out the mission, nor did he recruit his subordinates. He had been sitting at the port to eat dust. It was too late to recruit her now. Zan Yi, do you really want to become a Marine Admiral? She had seen Uchiha Zan Yan failing for half a year before, and she really thought that Uchiha Zan Yan was giving up on competing for the position of Admiral. Of course. First joined Marine because I came to be a Marine Admiral. A Marine who doesn't want to be an Admiral is not a good Marine. Since first joined Marine, Marine Admiral is not my ultimate goal. Advertisement. Chapter 201 The Fall of Momosuke. Advertisement. Looking at Uchiha Schwenny who is now in high spirits, he is completely different from his previous lazy appearance. Such an ambitious man looks so charming. Momosuke couldn't help but be fascinated by it. Uchiha Zan Yan flicked her finger on Momosuke's forehead. Hey, what are you thinking about, you little kid? Look at me so fascinated. Could it be that you have fallen in love with me? Ouch. Momosuke woke up from his trance even after the pain. Then when he heard Zan Yan's words, he immediately blushed and said in a panic. You, what are you talking about? How could I fall in love with you? I'm just here to monitor you. Hey, you little spy, are you not hiding it at all now? I am very sad when you say that. You are the only one I know well in Naval Headquarters. Zan Yan looked like you broke my heart. Momosuke proudly put his hands on his hips and said, I have never concealed it. I was originally sent from above to monitor you and extract Uchiha Zan Yan information 08 from you. Just surveillance, not seduction. Zan Yan suddenly felt a little regretful. Momosuke couldn't help but become hardened when he heard this, and his fists became hardened. Actually, I am a very weak-willed person, especially for a beauty like you. If you work hard, you can get a lot of useful information out of me. Snort. She was indeed entrusted by Granny He at the beginning to monitor Uchiha Zan Yi, and also wanted to get more information about Uchiha Zan Yan and the 10 Uchiha clan from Zan Yi. After all, it's easier for women to let men down their guard. But with continued contact with Uchiha Schwenny, she found that this man had many shining points. She gradually fell in love with him, and even she had to admit that she fell in love with this little man. The Marine battleship arrived at the first half of the Grand Line through the elevator of the Red Line. This is the only way to enter the New World from the first half of the Grand Line. The other is the Fishmen Island under the Red Line. After arriving at the first half of the Grand Line, the Marine warship headed straight for the Com Belt. The marine warship used Seastone's technology to emit the same fluctuations as the sea. As long as it was not particularly unlucky, it could pass through the calm belt safely. Unfortunately, Uchiha Zan Yan and Momosuke are particularly unlucky. Advertisement. Hey, are you so unlucky that you attracted so many Sea Kings? After Uchiha Zan Yan slaughtered a giant Sea Kings, he sat in the Sea Kings and said to Momosuke, I don't know which one he killed. Momosuke immediately retorted, you are the one who is unlucky. Every time I pass by the calm belt, there is never an attack by the Sea Kings. You have been attacked since you boarded the ship, and they have been attacked all the way. It must be. Tough luck. Okay. Woe to me. Hey, what do you mean by that? Momosuke stared at Zan Yan. If he was unlucky, wouldn't that mean that he was unlucky as well? Boom. A Sea Kings broke through the sea and rushed out. Uchiha Zan Yan and Momosuke didn't have any ink marks at all, and the two people passed by the Sea Kings. Poof. This Sea Kings was cut into several pieces. Boom. Suddenly, a bigger giant Sea Kings appeared from behind Momosuke, opened its big mouth and bit the fish. Not good. Momosuke's face turned pale. She was now in midair with no point of strength and could not react in time. Momosuke was about to be swallowed up by the giant Sea Kings. At the critical moment, Uchiha Zan Yan appeared, threw a big ball Rasengan into the mouth of the giant Sea Kings, and then hugged Momosuke away in an instant. Boom. The big ball Rasengan exploded in the mouth of this giant Sea Kings, and the entire head was blown to pieces. Uchiha Zan Yan stood on the sea holding Momosuke. Momosuke was like a frightened little rabbit, curled up in Uchiha Zan Yan's arms. Seeing Momosuke like this, Uchiha Zan Yan couldn't help but kiss Momosuke gently on the lips. Momosuke was stunned, and then his face suddenly became red with blood. Advertisement. IRVRIR. I kissed you because you were cute. Although I know you are a little spy, I like you very much. You came to get information from me, and I also saved you. It's not too much for me to kiss you. You are acting like a hooligan. Momosuke Vice Admiral, are you okay? But I have never been as excited as I am today. Momosuke only recruits female Marines. Momosuke's battleships are also very famous in naval headquarters. Many male Marines want to date Momosuke's female Marines. However, no man has boarded Momosuke's battleship so far, and Uchiha Zan Yan is the first. Zan Yan held Momosuke in his arms, walked on the sea, and jumped onto the Marine battleship with a slight jump. I'm fine, don't worry, I was just careless, thanks to Vice Admiral Zan Yi. Momosuke's heartbeat suddenly accelerated when she heard Zan Yan's words, even though she had been confessed countless times, especially by that guy Chado, who pursued her 100 times, but she rejected them all. Zan Yi, Vice Admiral, you are so powerful. Are all the men of your Uchiha clan so powerful? At first, they were a little cautious about Uchiha Zan Yi, the rumored Vice Admiral, but now after a few days of contact, they have completely let go. Many girls boldly promoted themselves to Uchiha Zan Yan, which made Uchiha Zan Yan feel a little uncomfortable. Big head. Okay, we should go back. My hooliganism also depends on the person. I won't play hooliganism on someone I don't like. Momosuke was a little shy and quickly got off Zan Yan's hand. I wonder if you can introduce me to one. Thank you Zan Yi Vice Admiral. Zan Yi Vice Admiral, you're not married yet, right? What do you think of me? All 193 of Momosuke's battleships are girls. In this world, Marines are not just men. There are actually many female Marines like Crane Vice Admiral and Momosuke. Momosuke's lieutenant was worried when he saw that Momosuke was almost eaten by the giant Sea Kings. In the end, Momosuke came to help him out. Okay. You are honorable Marine soldiers, how unbecoming is this? Advertisement. Chapter 202 Momosuke is responsible. Advertisement. What? It can't be Momosuke Vice Admiral. Do you want to eat alone? Momosuke is very kind to his subordinates. They have experienced life and death together, and naturally they are like sisters, so there won't be too many grudges and barriers when talking. Momosuke put his hands on his hips and said, Humph. What's wrong with me just eating alone? Oh. All the girls couldn't help but cheer when they heard this. Momosuke glanced at Uchiha Zan Yan secretly, and found that Zan Yan had a smile on his face, and felt slightly reassured. This guy did not refuse. But having said it all, she immediately ignored it, thinking, you be asterisk D, if you kiss me, you will naturally be responsible for me. In fact, she has been with Uchiha Zan Yan for half a year, and she has already fallen in love with this man. Her character dares to love and hate, so since she likes him, she will admit it. The relationship between men and women is like this. As long as a layer of window paper is broken, everything will fall into place. In the next few days, the ship was in motion, and Uchiha Zan Yan and Momosuke went on a date on the battleship. Kissing and hugging were naturally indispensable. However, it was still not appropriate to go further on the battleship. There were too many people leaning against the wall. Uchiha Zan Yan is very calm about winning Momosuke. He didn't have a girlfriend in his last life, so naturally he will have more girlfriends, marry more wives and experience a more unrestrained life in this life. Marine's intelligence is still very powerful. Golden Lion launched a pirate summons in the newspaper, and naturally many pirates responded. Although the exact location is not clear, the general direction is still known. On the third day after entering East Blue, I saw several pirate ships. When these pirate ships saw the marine warship, they didn't even plan to dodge. They drove straight over and surrounded the marine warship. Brothers, look what I found. This marine warship is actually filled with women. Ha ha ha, I have never tasted the taste of a marine woman. There is actually a pretty boy among these women. Ha ha, get rid of that pretty boy, and all these women will belong to us. The girls on the marine warship all looked very ugly. If Uchiha Zan Yan hadn't stopped them just now, they would have fired at these pirates, and how could they have let these pirates get close? Advertisement. Uchiha Zan Yan asked, "Can I ask what you are here for?" "What are you doing?" "Of course, you are attending the Golden Lion conference. The Golden Lion will lead us to completely subvert this world, and then your marine headquarters will be destroyed again." Ha 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 ha. All the pirates laughed arrogantly. I didn't care about marines like Uchiha Zan Yan and Momosuke at all. In many people's minds, East Blue's pirates are the weakest, with an average bounty of less than 5 million berries. East Blue's pirates are the weakest, so East Blue's marine is also the weakest, and the marine warships are all women, so naturally they don't take them seriously at all. Zan Yan showed a bright smile and said, "That's right. Thank you very much. In return, I will try to be gentler." After Uchiha Zan Yan finished speaking, his figure instantly appeared on the opponent's pirate ship. What? Kill him. Many pirates immediately raised their guns and shot at Uchiha Zan Yan. Uchiha Zan Yan stood there and moved his hands rapidly. After a while, the pirate stopped and Zan Yan opened his hands. Wow, wow, all the bullets clattered onto the deck. How can this be? All the pirates were shocked when they saw this scene. Zan Yan's figure instantly rushed into the crowd of pirates. Bang 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 bang. Advertisement. Ooh. Inkankankaj. In a short time, almost all the pirates were knocked to the ground by Uchiha Zan Yan, and some of them were killed by Momosuke with his men. Everyone also learned the location of this gathering from the mouths of these pirates. Golden Lion issued permanent record pointers to these pirates, because Golden Lion Shiki's floating island is always moving in the air and has no fixed location at all. Therefore, Marine has not found any trace of Golden Lion Shiki in the past 20 years. Even if some traces were found, by the time they arrived, Golden Lion Shiki had already traveled an unknown distance and disappeared. Finally found it this time, now the Golden Lion can't escape. Momosuke was a little happy holding the permanent record pointer. She was now completely devoted to Uchiha Genya, and naturally she considered Uchiha Genya in everything. Uchiha Shueni said that she wanted to be an admiral, so she would wholeheartedly help Uchiha Shueni become an admiral, even though she herself was an admiral candidate. Seeing Momosuke like this, Uchiha Zan Yan didn't know what would happen if she knew his true identity, but until everything was settled, his identity would always be Uchiha Zan Yi. For this identity, after making a lot of preparations, no matter how the world government investigates, they will find out that Uchiha Zan Yi is indeed Uchiha Zan Yan's twin brother. This is also the main reason why no one discovered Uchiha Zan Yan's true identity even after he joined naval headquarters for half a year. Let's go quickly. No rush. I think it's best for us to change our identities and go there. Change your identity. They Qian Wanghao also said that the other parties is a floating sky island, and the best way for us to go up is for them to take the initiative to take us up, so that we can better implement the arrest. Momosuke also understood the meaning of what Zan Yan said. She had also performed as a geisha before, but now she just wanted to play a pirate. And, indeed, as Uchiha Zan Yan said, if you want to capture the Golden Lion, the most important issue is to reach the opponent's lair. It would be more appropriate to dress up as a pirate attending a rally. Soon, the two of them finished dressing up. Zan Yan was wearing a black suit and sunglasses, and Zan Yan was wearing a black coat. He looked very cool and handsome. Momosuke is wearing a black dress, which shows off her perfect figure. Coupled with her white and slender legs, she looks beautiful and sassy, like a gangster sister. I have to say, these guys have good taste. Advertisement. Chapter 203. Capture Momosuke. Advertisement. Zan Yan put a women's suit on Momosuke's shoulders. Well, this makes her look more like a sister-in-law. When Momosuke heard Zan Yan's words, she couldn't help but roll her eyes at Zan Yan, but she was happy in her heart. The other party was the eldest brother and she was the sister-in-law. Doesn't that mean she was his woman? Zan Yi Vice Admiral is so handsome. Momosuke Ne is so beautiful too. Okay, let's set off. It would be bad if we can't make it to the Golden Lion meeting. Momosuke looked at his men and said, send these guys to the nearest branch base prison, and then catch up and wait for us below. Momosuke Ne, let us go too. Momosuke shook his head and said, the more people there are, the more obvious it is. Moreover, this mission is to capture the legendary pirate Golden Lion. The other party is too dangerous and we cannot let you take risks. Zan Yi and I are enough. The two people jumped on the pirate ship together and drove the pirate ship towards the target location. This time there were only two people on the ship, Zan Yan and Momosuke. Uchiha Zan Yan couldn't stand it anymore and looked at Momosuke with burning eyes. Momosuke saw Uchiha Zan Yan's fiery eyes, and it seemed that he understood what the other party wanted to do, and felt a little scared and a little hopeful. Seeing Momosuke's dazzling expression, Uchiha Zan Yan couldn't help but kiss Momosuke's small mouth. Momosuke's arms also wrapped around Zan Yan's neck. The hull of the boat continued to rise and fall with the waves, riding the wind and waves and sprinting towards the target. The waves continued to slap on the hull, making sounds. Uchiha Zan Yan also changed Momosuke from a girl to a woman. Zan Yan also didn't expect that the girl Momosuke was so crazy. He didn't know how long the intestinal fight lasted along the way. Anyway, it wasn't until they were about to arrive at the port that the two of them stopped and put on their clothes again. Momosegi's face is flushed and her complexion is very good, like flowers blooming after the rain. Her skin becomes more moist and shiny, and she becomes younger and more beautiful. This is not an adjective, but Momosegi has truly become beautiful. Advertisement. Since Uchiha Zan Yan absorbed all the ghosts, his own blood can create ghosts, and his own essence is naturally more powerful. For example, Empress Ide Hancock is already 29 years old. This is already the end of a woman's most beautiful age, but under the influence of Uchiha Zan Yan, she looks no different now than when she was 18. Everyone on Nine Snakes Island has seen the changes in the Empress. The Empress has seen that she has become younger and more beautiful. She was originally a little inferior because of the age gap between herself and Zan Yan, but now she doesn't need to worry about that at all. This also caused the Empress to be very enthusiastic about it. Even if Uchiha Zan Yan was at naval headquarters, she would use the Flying Thunder God technique to return to the Empress every night to hand over public rations. If he hadn't been in good health, he would have died on the Empress' bed. The benefits of the intercourse between the Empress and Zan Yan are not limited to these. The Empress is now the living body closest to Zan Yan, her physical fitness has been greatly improved, and her regeneration ability cannot be compared with that of the Empress, even the Ghost of the Wind. In addition to being unable to create ghosts, the current Empress is completely a female ghost king. The combat power has reached the level of the Admiral of headquarters. Click. Momosegi pushed the door open with one hand, and the door panel was shattered. Momosegi muttered, "The quality of this pirate ship is really bad." Zan Yan smiled and said, "It's not that the quality of this pirate ship is poor, but that your power has become stronger." "What are you talking about? If you don't believe me, you can try it." Zan Yan pointed to an anchor next to it, which fixed the boat in the sea water. It was naturally very heavy, and usually required several people to use pulleys to lift it. Momosegi picked it up hesitantly, and sure enough, she felt that the thing seemed to have become lighter, and it was still obviously lighter. Momosegi looked at Zan Yan in surprise and asked, "Zan Yi, what's going on?" "This is a special physique that my brother and I have. The strength and physical fitness of anyone who has S*X with us will be greatly improved, and the more times we have S*X, the greater the improvement. And the benefits don't end there. If you have S*X with us, you will become younger and more beautiful. You are at least 1 or 2 years younger than before." Advertisement. What? Sure enough, I am younger and more beautiful, and my skin is more hydrated and shiny. Momosegi couldn't believe what Zan Yan said, so he quickly took out the makeup mirror he carried with him and started looking at it. Momosegi said and carried Uchiha Zan Yan back to the cabin, and soon the battle started again. Momosegi hugged Zan Yan's waist, swayed her body and said coquettishly, "Unexpectedly, not only did I feel comfortable, I became more beautiful and stronger. The benefits of having S*X with me are not limited to this. You will slowly discover it in the future." Zan Yi, I think, as a woman, and a woman who loves beauty, she knows her current appearance very well, and no crow's feet that are so tiny that they can be seen with a microscope cannot escape her eyes. All the crow's feet that appeared due to aging have disappeared and become plump, smooth and delicate. Momosegi looked at Uchiha Zan Yan and his eyes suddenly lit up, as if a female demon had seen Tang Monk's flesh. Of course, Uchiha Zan Yan is now Tang Monk meat. Moreover, she is at least 1 or 2 years younger. Beauty is beauty and age is age. She can clearly distinguish the difference between the two. Zan Yan pointed his finger on Momosegi's forehead. "No. We are about to go somewhere. If you want, you will have opportunities in the future. You have just become a woman, so you must know how to control yourself. It's actually true. I am already your woman, so why should I control you? I want it now." Immortality. Immortality. Momosegi didn't know that these abilities that others only imagined existed, but she now has them. In Momosegi's eyes, becoming stronger is second to becoming beautiful. It can make people young and beautiful. Isn't this the most precious thing for women? Momosegi was shocked. She never thought that doing this kind of thing with Zan Yan would have such great benefits. She just felt very comfortable before. Advertisement. Chapter 204 Golden Lion's True Goal. Advertisement. Shame. Shame. I was actually pushed back. This is the second female goblin in the family. If there were a third or fourth, he doubted whether he could handle it. He might need some supplements by then. Momosegi rested his head on Zan Yan's arm and drew circles on Zan Yan's chest with his fingers. "Don't worry. I will be responsible for you. You will be my man from now on." Snapped. Zan Yan slapped Momosegi's plump butt unceremoniously. "Ah," Momosegi exclaimed. "Who wants you to be responsible? If you want to be responsible, I am also responsible. You are my woman." I have to admit that Momosegi and the Empress are completely different women. The Empress is a strong woman on the outside, but a little woman on the inside. Momosegi, on the other hand, is a majestic marine vice admiral on the outside, but on the inside, she is simply charming to the bone. Such a woman can give a man supreme enjoyment and great inner satisfaction. When Momosegi heard Zan Yan's words, he couldn't help but look at Zan Yan in fascination with his eyebrows dancing. When Zan Yan saw the look in Momosegi's eyes, he knew that his charm, which had no place to be placed, had completely smitten another woman. He had already expected this. He could be said to be the most perfect life form, more attractive to women than Tang Monk's flesh. There is a special power like a succubus. The longer a woman is in contact with him, the more fascinated she becomes. Momosuke has been with her for half a year, and Vice Admiral probably can't even imagine that the little rabbit she sent to monitor her has become deeply in love with her, and now she has become her own woman. Stop making trouble, it's really time this time. When the two people got dressed again and walked out of the cabin, the ship had already arrived near the port, where a large number of pirate ships were anchored. There are so many pirates. Momosuke couldn't help but be surprised to see so many pirate ships. Zan Yan said. Golden Lion is also a legendary pirate after all, and he still has a certain appeal. Especially in this era where pirates are rampant, many pirates want to make a career, but they are not capable. The best way is to join a pirate who is both famous and powerful. Advertisement. Let's go up too. If we catch all these pirates, it will be a big achievement. Zan Yan and Momosuke boarded the port together. Floating Sky Island. Golden Lion Palace. Master Shiki, it seems that all the captains have arrived at Skyport. Golden Lion Shiki said with satisfaction. Very good, we will set off after those people come up. That guy Sengoku never dreamed of it. He thought I was going to destroy East Blue, so he would definitely mobilize more troops to East Blue. Naval headquarters it must be empty, but in fact I want to destroy Naval headquarters New Marineford. What's the point of destroying East Blue? The weakest East Blue has no value after Roger's death. If you want to destroy it, destroy Naval headquarters. Thanks to that kid named Uchiha Zan Yan for inspiring me. After he destroyed Naval headquarters, he became famous all over the world. I also happen to destroy the new Naval headquarters. I want to use fear to let the world know that I, the Golden Lion Shiki, am back. Gia ha 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 ha. Master Shiki is so wise. Praise me. I like to hear it. Gia ha 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 ha. After Zan Yan and Momosuke got off the boat, they followed the flow of people upwards. When they reached the top, they took a giant boat and sailed towards the sky. After a while, a shocking sight appeared in front of everyone, and they saw floating sky islands suspended in the sky. A huge floating sky island protects the center. These islands, could it be? Momosuke suddenly remembered that newspapers reported that many islands had mysteriously disappeared, which caused a lot of news, but in the end it was ignored. There are too many mysterious existences and too complex environments in this world. The disappearance of the island is not a big deal. Unless the missing island was Naval Headquarters Marineford, it would cause a world sensation. After a while, everyone landed on the largest island in the middle. Are we going to do something? No rush, let's see what Golden Lion wants to do first. Everyone came to this largest island. There was a small town in the middle of the island, and the tallest building in the middle was the Golden Lion's palace. Advertisement. 0. Please give me flowers. Zan Yan and Momosuke followed everyone to the palace. There was a huge restaurant here, which was filled with rich food. Zan Yan sat down and started eating without any courtesy. Momosuke looked around and frowned. The number of pirates must be at least 5,000. What does the Golden Lion want to do? Does it want to start a war? 5,000 pirates, this number is really too much. What is the purpose of Golden Lion in gathering so many pirates? At this time, a voice sounded next to him. Of course we are going to start a war, and a war that will destroy the East Blue. Zan Yan and Momosuke looked to the side and saw the pirate at the next table talking. What pirate group are you from? Your face looks a bit strange. Zan Yan smiled and said, we are the Yaedusagi pirates that has just been established. We are not very famous yet. You can see that it is right for us to feel unfamiliar. You are also here to become brothers with Boss Shiki, right? Yes, we have that intention. Why did Boss Shiki summon so many pirates? Don't you all know this? You are really new, so let me explain it to you. The pirate said that Shiki was raising monsters, and in the newspaper, many islands were destroyed by monsters of unknown origin. In fact, these were Shiki's masterpieces. If those monsters are sent to the various islands of East Blue, then the entire East Blue will be destroyed, and he will completely subvert the entire world. I heard that after tonight's general meeting, he plans to send those animals to East Blue. Momosuke couldn't help but said, countless people will die if that happens. Don't worry about that, everything is to make the world government surrender. We really followed a great man. Suddenly, Zan Yan said, that's wrong. Huh, what's wrong with you? This island is not heading to East Blue, it is heading to Naval Headquarters. Advertisement. Chapter 205 I'm here to catch you. Advertisement. What did you say? Stop talking nonsense. Just a newcomer, what do you know? Come and continue the toast. Cheers. These pirates started eating and drinking again. Momosuke asked in a low voice, you said it was heading to Naval Headquarters. Zan Yan nodded and said, my observation hockey has a relatively wide coverage, so I can feel the movement below. Although I can't feel it on the islands now, these islands are now accelerating towards the Naval Headquarters at a slow acceleration. Fly in the direction. If I guess correctly, that guy's original purpose was to attack the Naval Headquarters. East Blue is just used to confuse Marshal Sengoku's judgment, because Marshal Sengoku knows the Golden Lion's obsession with East Blue and will definitely send a large number of troops here if he is willing to. 863. In this case, the defense of the Naval Headquarters will definitely be empty. In addition, with the serious pirate rebellion now, the Naval Headquarters' military strength is already seriously empty. After what happened this time, this gave the Golden Lion an excellent opportunity to attack the Naval Headquarters. As long as the new naval headquarters is destroyed by Golden Lion's reputation will soar. At that time, it can even recruit more pirates to join them, and become another powerful force in the world in one go. This old guy really has some tricks up his sleeve. So what should I do now? Momoshiki couldn't help but worry. The destruction of the original naval headquarters Marineford had caused the reputation of naval headquarters to plummet. After half a year of hard work, Marine's reputation has been restored a lot. But if the new naval headquarters is destroyed again, Marine's reputation will really fall to the bottom. By then, the trust of the world government member countries in Marine will be reduced, which will cause huge riots. Zan Yan smiled and said, "Don't be impatient. Golden Lion's plan is indeed good. If it is implemented, the success rate will be very high." But he missed one thing, that is, I am here. As long as I am here, all Golden Lion's dreams will come true. Advertisement. It's just right. It even saves time to return to the city. Momoshiki felt relieved when Zan Yan said this. Many people think that Uchiha Zan Yi is just a poor guy who lives in the shadow of his brother Uchiha Zan Yan. Little do they know that even though Uchiha Zan Yi's strength is far inferior to that of his brother Uchiha Zan Yan, he is still completely comparable to the Admiral of Headquarters. Moreover, she can feel that Uchiha Shueni actually hides a lot of strength, and his real strength may be higher than the Admiral of Headquarters. After feasting and drinking, everyone was summoned to the Golden Lion's palace to hold a sworn ceremony. In the palace, a total of 81 pirate captains were sitting on both sides, with a small table in front of them and a wine bowl on it. Whoa, the door was opened, and the Golden Lion walked to his throne and sat down. It's great to have brothers gathered here. The sworn ceremony will be held next, and everyone must swear allegiance to me. I will never forgive the rebels, please have this awareness. In addition, the target for tonight has been changed. We will not attack East Blue tonight. Our target tonight is Naval Headquarters. What? Naval Headquarters? Many pirates were shocked when they heard this. Boss Shiki, there are many masters in Naval Headquarters. Especially the 3 admirals in Naval Headquarters are incredible monsters. I know, if everyone in the Naval Headquarters was there, even I wouldn't dare to go up and ask for trouble. However, the world is full of pirates now, and the Marines are tired of catching pirates. Now the Naval Headquarters is empty. I took a look over the Naval Headquarters not long ago. According to the information I know, those Marines are indeed heading towards East Blue. Right now, except for Marine Marshal Sengoku, there are no decent experts in the Naval Headquarters. This is the best time for us to attack the Naval Headquarters. As long as we destroy Naval Headquarters, the world will tremble because of us. We will completely send fear to the whole world. I don't know how many people will join our fleet by then. Our power will sweep the world. By then we will seize the world in one fell swoop. Advertisement. Ooh, all the pirate captains were excited by Golden Lion's words 0. Uchiha Zan Yan raised his hand to say hello and said, I'm really sorry for disturbing you all. Zan Yan ignored the captain's scolding, but looked up at Golden Lion Shiki and said, Golden Lion Shiki, we meet again. One person carried a wine flask and filled the wine bowls in front of all the pirate captains with wine. Golden Lion stood up and raised his glass and said, as you all know, the original naval headquarters was destroyed by a young boy. In fact, he just picked up Whitebeard's leftovers and was boasted as the world's strongest man. Sorry, I'm having a good time at Marine. I don't plan to change my career just yet. I'm here to arrest you on the orders of Marshal Sengoku. Sudden. Who are you? You broke into the club without permission. Didn't your captain teach you the rules? Go wait in the back. The captain of a pirate group sitting next to him scolded the 2 people who broke in. Arrive. So it's you. What? You also think that there is no future as a Marine and you plan to join my pirate group? If so, I welcome it. Golden Lion also recognized Uchiha Zan Yan as the young man who blocked the Marine warships he threw down at naval headquarters. The door of the palace was opened, and 2 figures, a man and a woman, appeared at the door. Oh. Marine is a group of short-sighted guys. They will not trust you. We are different. We trust our companions very much. Become my companion, Uchiha Shueni, and I will make you my right hand. Oh no. Pour some wine for you brothers. With my ability, I can easily lift the naval headquarters into the sky and then throw it down. Just imagining such a scene is exciting. The Golden Lion Pirates. Founded. All the pirates also raised their glasses. Let the destruction of naval headquarters celebrate our union. Advertisement. Chapter 206. There are more people than there are people, right? Advertisement. Arrest me. Gia ha 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 ha. Golden Lion laughed loudly. Ha 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 ha. The other pirate captains also laughed together. Kid, originally I thought you were in the shadow of your brother, but now I pity you. It seems you don't know how to appreciate someone. Although first expected Marine to get involved, it's just 2 people who want to come here to cause trouble. Bang bang bang. The barriers of all the surrounding rooms were suddenly pushed down, revealing pirates dressed in black and holding swords. They all stared at Uchiha Zan Yan and Momo with playful smiles. I have 81 pirate captains and more than 5,000 pirates here. What do you think you can do with just the 2 of you? What a foolhardy special attack team. Special attack team. You guessed wrong, we are the main force. And who told you that there are only 2 of us here? If it's not 2 people, is it still 2,000 people? There are surveillance cameras everywhere on this 08 island. Any large troops that appear will not be able to escape my eyes. Huh, you are very smart. There are only 2,000 people. Although there are not as many as 5,000 people, the quality is high enough. If necessary, it is easy to deal with 5,000 people, not to mention 50,000 people. Zan Yan said, forming a seal with his hands, shadow clone technique. Bang 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 bang. A large number of shadow clone identical to Uchiha Zan Yan appeared in the palace. What? Everyone was stunned when they saw this scene. Momosuke also looked at Uchiha Zan Yan with a confused face. She had never seen this move before. 2,000 Uchiha Zan Yan, isn't this number a bit too much? Zan Yan raised the corner of his mouth and said, do you still think your 5,000 people are too many now? Well, Golden Lion Shiki was also frightened at this time. What kind of ability is this? A clone fruit. Do it, Uchiha Zan Yan said lightly. Open hollow corner bracket fire style great fireball technique close hollow corner bracket. More than 2,000 people almost formed the seal together, and then everyone spit out a blazing great fireball about 2 meters in diameter. Boom, boom. 2,000 great fireballs erupted together, instantly raising the Golden Lion's palace to the ground. Advertisement. Ooh, countless screams sounded. Exclamation mark exclamation mark exclamation mark. The Golden Lion rushes out of the smoke of the explosion. The Golden Lion looked very ugly when he saw his palace being destroyed. Damn it, my palace, my subordinates, everything I have accumulated, you brat, everything was destroyed by you. Golden Lion roared at Uchiha Zan Yan. This was a plan he had carefully planned for 20 years, and it was ruined by a damn kid like this. Golden Lion waves its left and right palms to release the power of Lion Fruit. Boom. The 2 hills hit by Lion Fruit's ability all cracked the ground and flew up. I don't care who you are. If you dare to destroy Lousie's plan, then all of them will die here for Lousie. The Golden Lion roared angrily and waved its palms in the direction of the palace, and the 2 hills quickly fell in the direction of the palace. Open hollow corner bracket big ball Rasengan close hollow corner bracket. More than a dozen shadow clones soared into the sky, and each shadow clone had a big ball Rasengan in its hand. Boom 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 boom. Terrifying explosions continued to sound in midair, and numerous shadow clones shattered the 2 hills. What? It seems that I am the one with more people now. Uchiha Zan Yan looked at Golden Lion Shiki and smiled lightly. Damn you brat, sometimes you can't win with more people. Let me show you my true strength. Golden Lion raised his palm to make a false grab. Rumble. The ground around Uchiha Zan Yan suddenly broke apart, then slowly floated and moved. Open hollow corner bracket Lion Majesty, Earth coiling close hollow corner bracket. Roar. These huge lion heads of land administration roared like a tsunami of sand and rushed towards Uchiha Zan Yan and Momosuke in the middle. Advertisement. Open hollow corner bracket big ball Rasengan close hollow corner bracket. All shadow clone rushed towards these huge lion heads, holding Rasengan to smash all these lion heads and sand. Under the bombardment of nearly 2,000 shadow clone, these lion heads were all smashed into pieces within 10 seconds. Hateful. Seeing that his move was of no use to Uchiha Zan Yan only lost a dozen more clones. Kill him. Uchiha Zan Yan ordered lightly. Boo hoo hoo. Dash. Nearly 2,000 shadow clone all rushed towards the Golden Lion Shiki in the air. *hole. Don't underestimate me. Open hollow corner bracket lion. 1,000 slice valley close hollow corner bracket. After Golden Lion Shiki saw it, he was very happy. Fortunately, he ran away. If he had not run away just now, he would definitely be cut into pieces by countless slashes. The breath of the moon, the shape of the land, the lonely moon in the everlasting night infinite. Golden Lion Shiki kicked his legs continuously, and slashes with sword energy were kicked out from the swords on Golden Lion's legs, attacking the many shadow clones below. Shadow clone uses moonwalk to move in the air and avoid the attacks of 53 Golden Lion Shiki. Since his debut, Golden Lion Shiki has never been in such a mess, being chased and beaten by a group of clones. Boom. Hateful. Open hollow corner bracket / wave close hollow corner bracket. Each shadow clone launched countless vertical slashes upwards one after another. The terrifying number of slashes made the Golden Lion's scalp numb and goosebumps rise immediately after just one glance, and it quickly flew away into the distance. Golden Lion Shiki kicked out a slash at the many shadow clones that rushed up. At the same time, many shadow clone have rushed to the Golden Lion and attacked the Golden Lion with fists. Boom 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 boom. The slashes issued by the shadow clones overwhelmed and destroyed the Golden Lion's slashes in an instant. Open hollow corner bracket moonwalk close hollow corner bracket. The ground was cut with a huge crack by the Golden Lion's slash. The shadow clones were also unceremonious, and thousands of shadow clones drew their swords at the same time. Golden Lion Shiki quickly dodges, while all the shadow clone are chasing after him. Advertisement. Chapter 207 Zan Yanbi's Golden Lion Shiki. Advertisement. Momosuke opened her cute little mouth wide, and she was completely shocked. Not to mention the terrifying scene of thousands of fireballs firing in unison, the countless moon slashes were simply beautiful and terrifying. She thought about what would happen if she was hit by those fireballs and slashes. The answer is dead. It is divided into how to die. One is to be burned to death, and the other is to be sliced to death. Zan Yi. This is my shadow clone. If you have read my brother's information, you should have seen that my brother can use clones. The techniques we use are the same. This is not a difficult ninjutsu. Momosuke was confused. Isn't this a difficult ninjutsu? What is a difficult ninjutsu? I know this, but doesn't he only have one? Uchiha Zan Yan nodded. Yes. He only separated one, but this does not mean that he can only separate one. I don't know how many shadow clone my brother can separate, because he himself can't. Never tried it. Uchiha Zan Yan's words are not nonsense. He was able to separate 2000 shadow clone a long time ago. However, shadow clone technique also has its own disadvantages. He has rarely separated so many shadow clone for a long time. Now that he has swallowed all Wuhan, the amount of chakra has greatly increased, and he doesn't know how much can be separated. Momosuke was very surprised. It turned out that Uchiha Zan Yan really did not show his full strength in the battle at the top. How unfathomable is that man? Hateful. Golden Lion Shiki was also a little scared at this time. He was almost killed, and he was now very vigilant. Kid, you've completely d me off. This time I'll show you the true power of my Golden Lion Shiki. Golden Lion Shiki opened his arms and emitted powerful energy fluctuations from his body. Soon, huge islands rose from the ground. These were floating sky islands surrounding the main island to protect the main island. Soon, all the islands were suspended around the Golden Lion's body. The Golden Lion looked down at Uchiha Zan Yan below and said, "Damn you brats of the Uchiha clan, I originally wanted to throw these islands and the monsters together to the naval headquarters, now let you have a taste." The Golden Lion waved his hand, and the smallest island floating around fell towards the location of Uchiha. Momosuke's expression changed drastically when he saw this scene. Even the smallest island has a diameter of at least 3,000 meters. Advertisement. Uchiha Zan Yan's expression remained unchanged. He pointed at the island in the sky and said calmly, "Blast it to pieces." A dozen shadow clone began to condense chakra in their hands, forming the big ball Rasengan. Then the nature transformation of the wind attribute was added, turning it into a spiral shuriken. The spiral shuriken spun crazily and made a harsh roar. Open hollow corner bracket wind style katakana middle dot otama spiral shuriken close hollow corner bracket. A dozen shadow clone threw the wind style otama spiral shuriken in their hands towards the falling island in the sky. Boom 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 boom. Wind style otama spiral shuriken collided with the island. Countless tiny wind blades burst out around. Suddenly, white round wind balls appeared one after another, and the terrifying wind and waves cut and swallowed up everything on the island. Destructive wind waves surged downwards, destroying many buildings. Soon, the island in the sky was completely destroyed by wind style otama spiral shuriken and disappeared into thin air. Bang bang bang. The dozens of shadow clones that fired wind style otama spiral shuriken also turned into smoke and disappeared. Why did they disappear? They are just shadow clones. They were created by me using energy. When the energy is exhausted, they will naturally disappear. Gia ha 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 ha. Kid, I discovered the weakness of your clone. When Golden Lion Shiki saw the shadow clone disappear, he immediately understood what was going on. If he really dealt with 2,000 people, he would want to run away. Fortunately, the clone energy used by this little monster is not unlimited, so as long as all the shadow clone is consumed, the kid will die. Try this again. Golden Lion Shiki waved his palm again, and an island larger than before quickly fell towards Zan Yan and Momosuke's position. Boom 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 boom. Advertisement. This time 50 shadow clone fired wind style otama spiral shuriken together to annihilate the island, and the shadow clone also exhausted its energy and dissipated. Backquote. Ha 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 ha. Come again. Golden Lion Shiki became even more excited when he saw 50 shadow clone disappear, and once again threw out an island larger than the last one. Boom 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 boom. This time, 150 shadow clone fired wind style otama spiral shuriken together, and finally succeeded in destroying the island. It's not over yet. Golden Lion Shiki shouted loudly. Another larger island fell downwards, and continued to accelerate. 300 shadow clone releases wind style otama spiral shuriken together. Did you think it was over? There is something bigger. 500 shadow clone releases wind style otama spiral shuriken together. Damn you brat, it's over now. Gia ha 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 ha. At this time, the entire sky dimmed, and the white eyes were blocked. Good Zhao Zhao, looking up, I saw an extremely huge island suspended in the air. This was a super huge island second only to the main island. It looked like a continent. Buzz buzz. All the remaining 1000 shadow clone activate wind style otama spiral shuriken. The ear-piercing roar echoed throughout the sky. Damn you brat, just disappear completely for me. Golden Lion Shiki, raise your hands high and then throw them downwards. The huge island is like a meteor, falling rapidly downwards. Boo hoo hoo hoo. All the shadow clone rushed towards the huge island falling in the sky without fear of death. He stamped the wind style Odama spiral shuriken in his hand toward the island. Boom 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 boom. Scary. Advertisement. Chapter 208 Golden Lion Shiki, Defeat. Advertisement. The huge island in the sky was constantly being devoured by the wind style big ball spiral shuriken. Shadow clone also dissipated one after another. Finally, when the last shadow clone dissipated, the huge island also disappeared completely. Ha 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 ha. Seeing that all the shadow clone of Uchiha Zan Yan disappeared, Golden Lion could no longer hold back his crazy laughter. Stinky kid, all your damn clones are gone. I see what skills you have this time, use them all for me. Momoshiki held the hilt of the knife. She knew that Uchiha Zan Yan must have consumed a lot of energy to use this move, and his body must be very weak now, so she had to take action. Snap. Uchiha Zan Yan pressed his palm on Momoshiki's hilt of the knife. I'm fine, let me deal with this guy, Uchiha Zan Yan said, tapping his toes lightly, and the person began to fly slowly. What? Shiki's eyes almost popped out when he saw Uchiha Zan Yan flying, and his jaw almost dropped to the ground. Momoshiki was also shocked, but she immediately remembered that Uchiha Zan Yan could fly, so he was called Emperor of the Sky, representing the Emperor of the Sky. Uchiha Zan Yi said that Uchiha Zan Yan taught him a lot of ninjutsu. Whatever he wanted to learn, his brother Uchiha Zan Yan would teach him, but he could learn some and not others. In other words, Chen Libo Zan Yi learned the flying ninjutsu. Soon, Uchiha Zan Yan flew in front of Shiki. Damn it, you little brat can actually fly. I am the man who wants to rule this sea from the air. There is no need for two men who can fly in this world. Shiki felt angry. He felt that his territory was invaded. He had always dominated the sky, but now another person broke into his territory. Advertisement. And it was right in front of him, how could he not feel angry? Go to hell. Open hollow corner bracket / wave close hollow corner bracket. Shiki raised his leg and kicked out a sharp slash. Open hollow corner bracket breath of the moon 1 form dark moon Yao no palace close hollow corner bracket. When Shiki's slash wave was about to reach Zan Yan instantly drew his sword and burst out with a powerful slash. Boom. Shiki's slash wave was all destroyed. Open hollow corner bracket lion. 1000 slice valley close hollow corner bracket. Shiki kicked out a large number of slash waves again. Open hollow corner bracket breath of the moon 10 form piercing / luo yu close hollow corner bracket. Zan Yan swung his sword hard, and two huge oval-shaped slashes spun wildly towards Shiki. Boom 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 boom. All the slash waves sent by Shiki were cut by the rotating slash and continued to rush towards Golden Lion. Shiki quickly dodged. Damn it. Seeing Uchiha Zan Yan's superb swordsmanship, Shiki did not dare to be careless. With a wave of his hand, a large number of broken island fragments on the ground formed sharp spikes and shot towards Uchiha Zan Yan. Breath of the moon 14th form ferocious change full moon. Zan Yan swung out overlapping Uzumaki-shaped slashes, surging like a tide, and chopped all the sharp spikes that shot over. Swoosh. Uchiha Zan Yan kicked his feet in the air and rushed towards Shiki at high speed. Clang. Shiki's blade on his leg collided with Uchiha Zan Yan's long sword. A strong air wave burst out from the collision. Clang. Clang. Zan Yan kept swinging his sword, and Golden Lion's legs were also kicking quickly, and the two kept fighting in the air. Open black lens bracket 013507014 Fei Lu 182,432,070. Stinky brat. When Lousy was slashing people, your mother wasn't even born yet. The guy Lousy slashed was old enough to be your father. Damn B********** D brat. Advertisement. Stupid lion, if your swordsmanship is only at this level, then it's time to end the fight. What did you say? Uchiha Zan Yan didn't hesitate and opened the Sharingan. Seeing Uchiha Zan Yan open the Sharingan, Shiki's heart suddenly trembled. Although he hadn't taken action in recent years, he was still very concerned about the news in the world. Especially the Uchiha clan, which has been very popular recently. Everyone in this clan has the iconic Sharingan. The ability of this pair of eyes was also exposed by Uchiha Zan Yi, the twin brother of Uchiha Zan Yan who joined Marine. This pair of eyes has powerful insight, replication and hypnosis abilities. As long as they look at each other, they are likely to be hypnosis. Although he was confident in his determination, he did not dare to try casually in such a fierce fighting situation. Even if he did not fight against him, he could fight against him. Shiki closed his eyes and used his powerful observation haki to fight. Open hollow corner bracket transparent world close hollow corner bracket. Open. Uchiha Zan Yan opened the transparent world. The world in Uchiha Zan Yan's eyes changed. Shiki's lungs rose and fell, and his blood vessels flowed and contracted. He could see the opponent's movements and weaknesses clearly. Whoosh. Uchiha Zan Yan appeared in front of Shiki, and Shiki immediately raised his leg and slashed at Zan Yan. The blade in Zan Yan's hand blocked the sword on Golden Lion's leg. Shiki kicked Zan Yan with his other leg, and Zan Yan raised his foot and stepped on the other sword on Shiki's leg. What? Before Golden Lion Shiki could react, Uchiha Zan Yan's foot had already appeared in front of Golden Lion Shiki's face. Bang. Ah. Advertisement. Chapter 209. Shocked Momoshiki. Advertisement. Boom. Shiki pressed his hands on the ground, and the broken palace and the surrounding towns all flew up. The main island was also constantly decomposing in large chunks, condensing into countless sharp blades. Shiki covered all of his armament haki on the sharp blades, making the tips of these sharp blades shiny black, looking even more dangerous. Awakening. Shiki undoubtedly activated the Devil Fruit Awakening ability, and even decomposed and changed the super huge island under his feet. This can only be done by the Devil Fruit ability Awakening. Wah. If he needs such a guy in the future, he can just recruit him again. He is not worth saving at all. He has already gained experience from the ace monsters that he spent 20 years to train. It may only take 2 years to train them next time. The most important thing now is to let this kid die, and die miserably. Damn kid. Turn into dust and disappear completely. I am the ruler of this sky. Only I can conquer this world. I will never lose here. Golden Lion Shiki controlled all these sharp blades to stab Uchiha Zan Yan in the air. As expected, the movie version is really unbelievable. Golden Lion's strength is more than 10 times stronger than the movie version. It can be said that he is not in the same league at all. But think about it, he is the admiral of the flying pirate group who was able to force the pirate king Gall D. Roger into a dead end, and was contemporary with Whitebeard, and even earlier than Bigmom and Kaido of the Beasts. How could a strong man who had to send Sengoku and Garp to capture him like in the movie knock down Luffy who didn't even use hockey like in the movie? Uchiha Zan Yan also changed in the air. 2 white jade-like sharp horns grew on his head, and eye shadows appeared on his eyes. Raichi Cave Sage Mode. Advertisement. Uchiha Zan Yan condensed a super huge Rasengan with a diameter of more than 20 meters in his hand, and at the same time integrated Armament Haki and Conqueror's Haki into the huge Rasengan. This made it seem like a huge moon appeared in the sky, and black and red lightning flashed around it. Open hollow corner bracket Sage Art Haki Massive Rasengan close hollow corner bracket. Zan Yan shouted, and his body also dived downwards, pushing the huge Rasengan. Boom 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 boom. All the sharp blades that touched the massive Rasengan were destroyed. In the blink of an eye, Zan appeared in front of Golden Lion Shiki. Looking at the huge full moon-like, close-at-hand Rasengan, Golden Lion Shiki showed a horrified expression on his face. Am I going to lose again? Losing to a man other than Roger. My ambition. I won't resign myself to this. Boom. The huge Rasengan was imprinted on Golden Lion's body. The floating sky island under Golden Lion Shiki's feet was completely shattered, and the huge Rasengan pushed Golden Lion Shiki from the sky into the sea. Finally, a bright moon exploded on the sea, and the terrifying impact spread to the surroundings, setting off a tsunami that shook the world. Open black lens bracket 013507014 Fei Lu 182,432,170. She was really shocked this time. Golden Lion Shiki is indeed a legendary pirate. His strength is definitely at the level of Admiral. And because of the special nature of the opponent's Devil Fruit ability, Admiral may not be able to capture him. Only someone like Uchiha Zan Yan who can also fly freely can defeat him. Momosuke guessed correctly. If Golden Lion Shiki hadn't gone to naval headquarters to commit suicide, he wouldn't have been captured by Sengoku and Garp. **********. Advertisement. But this was just the shock brought by Golden Lion Shiki. Compared with the shock brought to her by Uchiha Zan Yan, this shock is really nothing. In the Battle of the Top, she had a mission to stay on duty, and Marshal Sengoku did not arrange for her to participate, so she didn't really see how shocking Uchiha Zan Yan's attack was. She just felt the strength of Uchiha Zan Yan through the live broadcast. This time she saw with her own eyes the power that Uchiha Zan Yi burst out, which was almost not inferior to his brother Uchiha Zan Yan. Uchiha Zan Yan and Uchiha Zan Yi. What kind of terrifying family can have two such heaven-defying strongmen at the same time? 0. Zan Yan patted Momosuke's butt. Okay, it's over, don't hold so tight. Momosuke blushed, then hugged tighter and said, I won't. I won't. If you want to hold me back and hold me every day, I have to get Golden Lion back, otherwise what should I do if Sengoku doesn't admit it? And now you can fly by yourself. Quote. Momosuke was stunned when she heard Zan Yan's words, then slowly let go of her hand, and found that she was actually floating, and then she moved her mind, and her body began to slowly fly up. At first she was a little nervous, but soon she was replaced by excitement. Ha ha ha, I can fly, like a child with a new toy, flying around like a headless fly. Zan Yan smiled after seeing it, he could understand Momosuke. When he learned the light and heavy rock technique from the third Tsuchikage, he also flew for a long time, then I was too lazy to fly. After all, there is a difference between running and riding a car. Zan Yan flew to a piece of land. This was the island fragment that fell from the floating island. After Golden Lion Shiki fell into the sea, it was washed here by the waves. Golden Lion Shiki was seriously injured and fainted, but he was a legendary pirate, and he was not dead even so. This place is not far from the naval headquarters. Zan Yan carried Golden Lion and Momosuke to naval headquarters flew over a few. Advertisement. Chapter 210 T-Pig Heartbreak. Advertisement. Naval headquarters. Watchtower. That's Uchiha Zan Yan. No. It's Uchiha Zan Yi Vice Admiral. The lookout guard saw a figure flying in the sky and immediately thought it was Uchiha Zan Yan attacking again. But soon found out that it was not right. The other person flying with him was Momosuke Vice Admiral. Although he was wearing different clothes, the sharp-eyed lookout guard still recognized him. So it means that the one flying over was Uchiha Zan Yi Vice Admiral. The two of them went together to carry out the mission assigned by Marshal Sengoku. During this period, he has gained a lot of knowledge. Flying was originally a dream of humans, but who would have thought that he had seen it several times? Uchiha Zan Yi Vice Admiral, it turns out that he can fly too. He immediately dialed the Den Mushi in Marshal Sengoku's office. Riri, 663, Sengoku is in a bad mood now. In just half a year, Sengoku's hair has gone from black and thick to all gray. Because of Uchiha Zan Yan, he has been worried a lot in the past 6 months. Now he finally calmed down, but Golden Lion jumped out again and threatened to destroy East Blue. Sengoku knew that the reason why Golden Lion wanted to destroy East Blue was that he was upset about Roger's death. Since the other party wanted to destroy East Blue, he must be very sure. He had to dispatch troops from all over the world to East Blue, but he couldn't find the location of Golden Lion, and Golden Lion disappeared again. This made Sengoku not rest well these days. There is no news about Uchiha Zan Yan and Mami for the time being. Golden Lion is not an ordinary pirate. It is a big pirate who can keep pace with Roger and Whitebeard. Report. Marshal Sengoku, Uchiha Zan Yan Vice Admiral and Mami Vice Admiral are back. Advertisement. What? Why didn't I receive the report? Uchiha Zan Yan Vice Admiral and Mami Vice Admiral flew back. Sengoku also sensed something when he heard this and looked up outside. Then Uchiha Shweni and Mami flew over and landed on the balcony with the unconscious Golden Lion. Shweni casually threw the Golden Lion on the ground. Marshal Sengoku, I have fulfilled my mission and I have captured Golden Lion. Sengoku finally let go of his worries when he saw Golden Lion. What is going on? Mami told them about the conspiracy of Golden Lion, and Sengoku was terrified. This guy actually cultivated so many powerful animals. If he really used his abilities to spread them to East Blue might really be destroyed. Then Golden Lion's target turned out to be Naval Headquarters, which made him feel even colder. Now Naval Headquarters is indeed as Golden Lion expected. It is very empty inside. There is not a single decent master, let alone a master who can resist Golden Lion. As long as Golden Lion comes, this new Naval Headquarters may be destroyed. The symbolic meaning at that time was completely different. The first time it was destroyed was because of the Whitebeard pirates and Uchiha Security Company. If it is destroyed again this time, then Marine's reputation will be completely ruined, and the member countries of the world government will no longer trust Marine. The pirates will become more arrogant, which will make the world that has finally calmed down chaotic again. Mami said some things, but she didn't say some things, such as Zan Tan's shadow clone dilemma. Zan Yan has already shown it, so he doesn't care whether it will be spread, but Mami's behavior makes him feel very happy. This woman's heart has completely leaned towards him. Zan Yi Vice Admiral, thanks to you this time. Although many evidences he obtained show that Uchiha Zan Yi is Uchiha Zan Yan's twin brother. But the wisdom given to him by the great Buddha fruit made him always skeptical about this. Fortunately, Uchiha Zan Yan is not a tyrant. After taking over the Whitebeard territory, the other party did not expand his territory. On the contrary, it is well managed, and now Uchiha Zan Yan's territory is well known for its good public security. It is even safer than the member countries of the world government, and is known as the safest territory in the world, where people can leave their doors unlocked at night. No one dares to cause trouble there, and those who do are sent to mine. However, the more this happens, the more uneasy he feels. If the other party is a tyrant, it will be fine. The better the other party does, the greater the impact. Now many member countries of the world government are shaken. Spending expensive heavenly gold, but not getting enough protection. On the other hand, those countries that don't spend much money but get protection from Uchiha Security Company are naturally envious and jealous. Advertisement. This influence will expand as the business of Uchiha Security Company continues to expand. This is simply stealing jobs from the world government. Uchiha Zan Yan smiled and said, I just did my job. After all, I am also a marine general. If there is nothing else, I will go back to rest. Mami also said quickly, I will go to rest too. I am so tired after fighting all night. Zan Yan looked at Mami with suspicion. Did you do it? Well, you have worked hard, take a good rest. Quote. Zan Yan and Mami left together. Sengoku felt that the atmosphere between the two was a little bit wrong, but he didn't think much about it. Little did he know that after the two returned to Mami's residence, Mami and Zan Yan kissed passionately, and took off their clothes impatiently, and the two bodies were entangled together. It was not until dawn that the two stopped and fell asleep in each other's arms. This little goblin is really crazy. I can't stand it. I really can't stand it. At noon, a voice interrupted Zan Yan's deep sleep. Little Mami, I like you, marry me. At this time, Chaden 3.1 Vice Admiral outside the door was holding a bouquet of bright roses and shouting at Mami's villa. It's Chaden Vice Admiral. Chaden Vice Admiral confessed to Mami Vice Admiral again. I heard that Chaden Vice Admiral has confessed 99 times. All failed. This is the 100th time, I don't know if it will succeed. Many passers-by stopped to watch the fun, although they were a little tired of watching, but they also wanted to know the result. Little Mami, I like you, marry me, squeak. The door opened. Many people were surprised when they saw it. Could it be that Mami Vice Admiral was finally moved by Chaden Vice Admiral's sincerity this time? But then everyone was stunned, and a handsome man with bare chest and shorts appeared at the door. Click. Advertisement.